Hi, my friends. Welcome to Sort of Brilliant, a show where the characters are made up and the sorting absolutely does matter. My name is Rachel.
And I'm her best friend and co-host, Lauren. Every other week, we're going to invade a fandom and determine whether your favorite character belongs in Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin.
We're the Harry Potter podcast that talks way more about any other franchise.
Here, we use the sorting structure from Harry Potter as a common language without supporting the author or her beliefs. As for the sorting itself, there's bound to be some arguments along the way.
But in the end, we're always right.
According to us.
According to us.
Red, 1989. Reputation.
There you go. I did the concert one. I did the official.
You were doing the opening. She will get us for that.
That one makes me cry every time I hear it. Me and Lauren in Chicago, me like wiping my tears subtly, like facing away from her, like, I'm not crying, I'm a gangster, you can't do this to me. Oh man. If we had been at the end, because I had two people on the side of me.
Yes.
If they had not been there, I would have been way crazier. But I felt really bad. Yeah, I felt really bad for them. I kept knocking into the girl already.
The two people on my side, I'm pretty sure I told you this already, but they only knew like the hits. They left.
Oh, no.
They left when midnight started, and they did not know
Losers.
much of Folklore or Evermore. I was like, oh.
And I'm also really disappointed we didn't get a proposal near us. But
I know, we were looking for one.
Yeah, we went in like, we're going to see one. We're going to see one, man. They're just beautiful online.
It was the two people next to you that I was like, maybe they will, because they were a couple.
They were a couple. I know.
She didn't have a ring.
Nope.
He didn't pull it out for her.
He fucked up. I mean, Taylor has given everyone in the world such a beautiful opportunity, to just like proposal opportunity, and people just, you're slack-a-lacking. All right, well, today we're doing an incredible lineup.
So excited.
Of albums here. This is like a wild
50 million
rerun.
songs on Red. And then
as it deserves. Red is a top 5 album for me. I don't know about you.
Probably. Yeah. I would say so.
It's so goddamn good.
I don't know. Red is a weird one for me because I like love half of it and then like could not care less about like half of the other songs.
Okay, don't kill me. That's me with Reputation. I know it's really bad, right? But once it slows down and she stops being insane, I'm like, all right.
I don't care anymore.
That's what happens to me. But I guess for me with Red, I could like do without the really huge pop hits that like obviously like 22 whatever, just because they're extremely overplayed. But at this point, everything's extremely overplayed. So it's not fair to even say that anymore. It's like literally everything is played an extreme amount of times everywhere, always. So this album's really good. I'm really excited to talk about Red. So we're going in order. And I know, okay, Red Taylor's version came out way later. But this is the OG lineup.
2021,
okay,
right?
So
what do you
Red
say?
is it's known as one of Taylor's favorite children. I understand why. She lost her mind quite a bit on this one.
She had an experience.
It deserves to be one of the favorite children. It deserves it. I think it's this, Rep, and Folklore are her babies. And then she forgets shit like Evermore and stuff, She just forgets that she did that.
She forgets she did that. She gives it songs like Speak Now. She didn't give any songs.
Can you believe?
No, I can't actually.
I think Speak Now is like, whereas Debut, you could be like, well, I was a baby and I was like,
right.
It was cute acting. Speak Now was like, she was true. It was really all her. Like it was no acting whatsoever. And it's kind of your cringy teenage years. So I wonder if she's like,
she was early adult by that point. She was in her 20.
What year? Speak Now.
Speak Now was when she was 19, 20.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a kid. I told you, I think 1920 is still a kid to me. And the older I get, the more I feel like that. So I wonder if she does too. And she's like, oh, I don't want to interrupt a wedding. This is cringy. It might be the one that she looks back at like that, but it's such a good album that's really sad. I still can't believe she comes out and does one fucking song. I mean, then she added Long Live.
To spite
like
us.
An asshole.
To spite us.
But even just two, oh my God. I have all the same complaints everyone has. Like the Red should have had different songs.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that about Red. Well, people have started talking about now, too, how she's like keeping some songs from the secret songs. That she just is not playing. Like Reputation, obviously, I Did Something Bad is going to be when Rep TV is announced. But they were just talking about Now I've lost the name. It's what we were talking about on Fearless. I love screaming and fighting and kissing in the rain. She hasn't played that one yet.
I Loved You.
Yeah. That's The Way I Loved You. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a really good one. She hasn't done it. And it's not like she's got Fearless TV to announce.
She hasn't done another one either. Is it Right Where You Left Me?
No, she did that one.
There's another one that's
she did it with Aaron Dresner.
That everyone loves. When Aaron comes out, you're losing big. Yeah, so I was telling Lauren before this, like, I have so much to say about Red in 1989. And then Rep, like, I have stuff to say, but not as much. So much of that album to me speaks so much for itself. But we'll see when we get there. You be prepared to hear a lot of me yapping on Red, though.
Oh, good.
I can't help it. You want to go? You want to jump in?
Sure, let's go.
State
of Grace, which she opens the era with, but doesn't sing. It's the first song to come out of the box.
That's so unbelievably frustrating to me. Like, how can you... It's such a good song.
It's a really good song.
So, State of Grace. State of Grace is about falling in love in a really big way. It's not slow and soft and casual. It's like epic romance stuff, and it's happening to the narrator, and those big feelings really come out in, like, what lines? Let's say, so you were never a saint and I loved in shades of wrong. I try not to sing it.
2 fire signs. It's impossible. It's the fact
this love is brave and wild.
Yeah, and it's the fact too that it's like the relationship hasn't even started yet, but she's like, I'm gonna fight so hard for this. I'm gonna fight it so hard.
I know.
Love sucks, so I'm gonna fight it.
Not to be stereotypical, but that is the way Gryffindor kind of prides themselves in falling in love. The slow, sweet thing is really pretty and cute, but we tend to describe and more so feel our feelings like big, huge, right? It isn't just like, wow, I didn't see you coming. I'm going to enjoy this. It's like, oh my God, I never saw this coming. I'm literally never going to be the same. I'm forever going to be changed by the fact that you became my Achilles heel, and we're admitting it all out loud to the person. Can you imagine?
It's like, I never saw you come in and I love it. Oh my God, I'm going to punch the air so hard. Fight invisible ghosts.
It's always that way. It's like, I never saw you come, even though I literally never stopped looking for someone to fall in love with. Please. But it's big stuff. It's big feelings, big romance. So to us, that definitely kicked it off right away as Gryffindor. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's so disgusting. I remember because she's got red and maroon, and Rachel was like, well, at least one of them has to be ours, right? I was like, yeah, it's the red at least. So
at least, yeah. So it's just, Red is another extremely passionate one. And it's like the whole thing is just riddled with metaphors that are really, really powerful because, like, I'd say the narrator is describing the same lover, right? So we're describing in a personal sense to Taylor. Yeah, so I think that's where this comes from, right? Like,
and he's a Gryffindor. Just get that out there right now.
It's really, Jill and balls. But in the sense of like analyzing it just from a house lens, it has to go to Gryffindor to me. Because this is like now at the point that this narrator is just remembering what happened after the big epic love in State of Grace. Like a lot of her songs talk to each other. But it bleeds right into it. So how do you describe such big, huge ass feelings again without calling that Gryffindor behavior? It's big dramatic metaphors, a lot of similes. It's not just that loving this person was an experience. It's like dipped in colors of varying intensity. Every emotion is described like really intense and associated with the color. And the
forgetting
the big
him was
one is red.
Trying to know trying to know somebody you never met.
Yeah. And loving him is red. Yeah. So like, what is it's passionate as sin ended so suddenly.
Yeah.
And then like moving on from him is impossible. I still see it all in my head. It's burning red. Everything's on fire, which is notably how we feel things. We get set on fire, and there's like no better color descriptor for anything for us. So I'm sorry. I know it's really stereotypical. I know.
It is disgusting.
I really didn't want to do it, but like she kind of left me no choice there.
I'm getting a little pissed at myself now because I'm remembering, because I was listening to Red the other day in preparation for this. And then I also listened to Midnights. And I'm remembering that I was thinking about there being some little sister songs I was going to talk about. And I could not remember them for the life of me now.
Well, I don't think Red and Maroon are connected at all.
No. It was totally unrelated to, I was just thinking about the album in general.
Okay. Yeah, they all have.
Maybe I'll remember them. Maybe you'll never get that input from inside my brain that I had while I was running on the treadmill. It's a shame because those are some of my best thoughts.
I don't think any of the sister songs came up yet. Just wait.
No. I'm not. I don't even mean like sister songs like Out of the Woods and Is It Over Now. I mean like little sister songs where she just like pulls that theme through, or like she like it starts happening in her life and then later on it's like
I see.
Yeah.
It might pop into your head. Don't totally.
I won't disparage myself on air.
Yeah, don't do it. Next up, we have Treacherous. Oh my goodness!
Gosh.
You have a narrator that just knows better. It's treacherous. So if you think of the title of the song, your own emotions are like betraying your better sensibilities, and you're aware of it. You'd be smart to walk away. But oh my God, it's quicksand. Well, that implies that you can walk away from it, right? So it isn't really quicksand, is it? It's calculated move to me. That's Slytherin. That's my read on it. It's calculated. Oh, I'd be so smart to walk away, but you're like quicksand. No, they're not, because you just said you could walk away. So obviously they're not. You just want to take a really dangerous path over and over. It's a bad idea, and you're going to go ahead and take it because nothing safe is worth the drive.
Yeah, it's definitely Slytherin. Maybe this is the song, one of the songs that I was talking about as like a little, because when I was like listening to the song, I was thinking about Haunted and how she keeps going like, you and I walk a fragile line. And like that song's Slytherin too, but she's like, I knew it all the time. And like I was navigating it. This one is like, she's a bit turned on by it. She wants
to do it.
She is. She's like, oh man, this is so bad. I love it. Like,
oh no, you're pulling me in. Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll do anything you say if you say it with your hands. Like,
right. Nothing safe is worth the drive is the big Slytherin line for me. It's like, all right, okay, girl. Yeah. So it's treacherous, and I like her feelings are treacherous, right? Like you're making me want to do things that I know, but like I know better not to do it. This wretched, treacherous heart of mine. Like it's so ridiculously dramatic.
Yeah. Oh, the other big giveaway too is I can't decide if it's a choice getting swept away. It is. You know it is because you just said it. You said it. I don't know if it is. That means you know.
I'm telling you, I was listening to the song and I'm just like, you just answered your own questions, Taylor. Like. Right. Or narrator. Sorry, we're not talking about Taylor Swift. I'm like, you just answered your own question. Every single time you imply you don't know what to do.
That whole like the whole thing that opens with that is so slow that like I hear the sound of my own voice asking you to say, I'll wear our skin and bone, trained to get along, forever going with the flow and your friction. She's basically being like it's like, well, this is what's supposed to happen. Like, we're supposed to be like this. This is how humans, do it. And she's like, so guess I gotta. Probably not my choice. You know it is. But also, like, the whole, like, going with the flow thing, too, is very Slytherin. She's just like, well, this feels good, and I like it. So we're going to play this out.
Yeah. I understand that feeling. It's just, like, really funny listening to the thought process. Because it just rang really, really immediately Slytherin. And then it really it's another one that talks to the next song. I Knew You Were Trouble. It's another Slytherin one. And she's go over and over. I knew better. I should have done better. It was a treacherous feeling. It was treachery. And shame on me, right? Because no one shames themselves as well as Slytherins like shame themselves. This actually reminds me a little bit of Mr. Perfectly Fine, which is funny because it's canonically written about what we believe is a Slytherin guy.
I Knew You Were Trouble.
No apologies. He'll never see you cry. Pretend he doesn't know you're the reason why.
We can talk a little bit about Taylor here. How she tried to rewrite it and say it was about somebody else.
She's a liar.
She's a liar. No, it's not possible because she wrote this before that relationship happened. But she tried to take it from a Slytherin and give it to a Ravenclaw. So,
hopefully that translates to our listeners. It won't.
No, it doesn't. You got no idea what we're talking about.
This was just very Joe Jonas-y to me. Like, you're going to act like you did nothing wrong and you're just going to let me deal with this and put on your nice suit and get the best seat in the house. Right. And like
pretends he doesn't know that he's the reason why. Like,
exactly.
Oh yeah, nothing could ever be your fault. Like I couldn't possibly be crying because of you.
No, Mr. Perfectly Fine. Which again, I can't believe you didn't have that song from the beginning. It's so good. I love that song. But yeah, this one also is Slytherin. Just Slytherin bopping themselves on the head. Like, you knew better. You fucking stupid. Like, yeah, but you wanted to get swept away.
You knew better, and it's a little bit of, it is a little bit of a punishment thing too, where she's like, she's also like justifying it to everybody else. She's like, I knew all along that this was going to happen, right? But he took me places I'd never been, and it was really great.
That's so cool.
It was really great.
Oh my God.
And it was worth it a little bit. I'm a little upset right now, but I'll get over it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one for me to realize was Slytherin, because at first I was like, oh, is this like a Gryffindor, like feeling really bad about themselves or something? But like, especially when I felt the connection to Mr. Perfectly Fine, I was like, is this about a Slytherin or from a Slytherin? Either way, it's a Slytherin song. Like it just teeters to that house. Oh, All Too Well, the OG. Mm-hmm. So there's something we'll say about this later, but we didn't think that the vault track fit in the same house. We'll expand on that when we get to it.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to know what the vault track isn't, but the 10-minute version.
That's fine. You're going to get that in like 10 minutes.
And it's so interesting too, because I was going to ask you about this. I was like, do we do Karma twice because Ice Spice adds something different? And I think she like
that's so cool.
Like Snow on the Beach with more Lana Del Rey doesn't, because it's not different at all. Yeah. It's just her singing more. But like I feel like Karma Ice Spice might change it.
That's cool as shit. Let's do that. I love that.
Yeah.
Because that really made sense to me with this one.
Yeah. No. She adds way more context and way more like.
Yeah.
We're not on that one yet.
Well,
she explains why she's reacting in more depth than that one.
Yeah, because as it stands, this one, the original, which was like my favorite Taylor Swift song for God, how many years before she did the 10-minute version. Yeah, it really struck this Hufflepuff.
I was gonna say that I'm like getting excited too, because I think. Like it started with the Speak Now, but she only gave one song to every other house. Otherwise, it was fully Slytherin. I think Red is where she fully starts to like flesh out Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw and maybe even Gryffindor a little more, where she actually gives them more depth than just like the cutesy house and the crazy ass house. And
she slips sometimes.
Yeah. No. But she starts to fleshed out. She starts to be like, oh, these are actually people that I should explore types of people.
This one was a huge, like, I when it struck me as Hufflepuff, it did it because of the intense honesty, right? Mm-hmm. So there's like, you're not escaping this person's judgment, because this is a shattered mess of a relationship, and they're looking at it like so honestly. And to me, it always was like tinged with a little bit of spite.
Yeah, okay, no, I agree. So, she's telling this guy, I was extremely innocent and extremely trusting, and you took that and you fucking wrecked it. Like you wrecked it, and then you threw it back in my face, and you didn't give me my scarf back.
And it's like, okay, so you can go ahead and move on and pretend you don't remember it, but guess who does? Me. And I'm not going to lie and be disingenuous
every day.
I'm not going to act like every moment wasn't worthy of being cataloged in my mind. I'm not going to act at all, actually, Mr. Actor Man. Why should I? Like, okay, fine. Maybe I asked for too much. Maybe you were a scared little bitch baby instead of being a man, and actually tried. Like the confidence. It's funny with the scarf, because the confidence with which it's said, I know you keep my old scarf.
Right.
I know you're reminded of the innocence. It's accusatory. You have my scarf. You kept that. Like you had my love. Look what you did to it. And I cast judgment upon you. I cast aspersions against you. Like it's really judgmental.
It is. It's really but it's judgmental in a super gentle way, right? Like we'll talk about this in the 10-minute version, I'm sure. But she's not like a hex on your house. She's just like, I hope you're ashamed. She's like, I really hope. She's like, no, I know. But I mean, the 10-minute version, she's going to go there. But like,
she is.
In this one, she's just like, I hope you're ashamed. Like, I hope you're really sad about what you did to me. Like,
this reminded me so much of Annie Edison. I can't like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, you should look at what you did and feel really bad. And you definitely do feel bad. Because like if you didn't, you'd be a freak. It's like, it's a little spiteful. It's a little judgmental. You're right. It's still like an innocent take on that. It's not. What she does in the 10-minute version is really different.
She fucking goes to the witches in Macbeth and like spills her blood into their cauldron. And it's like,
it's really bad. We'll get there. But had she never done that, All Too Well would have gone down in my head as a Hufflepuff song.
Yeah.
And the original one is. It is. It's composed.
So there you go.
Controlled.
You broke the pattern again. There's another Hufflepuff song that would have been your fave.
I did. I'm such a well-rounded.
You are so expansive as an individual.
I really am. I can't believe it. 22 already. We're at 22. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So it's an obvious one. Like it's about being young and having fun, knowing you have responsibilities, but sort of
Who's Taylor Swift anyway? Ew.
Ew.
Too many cool kids. Like
to speak about it like somewhat seriously, 'cause it's kind of hard to, but I think I can.
Yeah, it is a little hard.
If you've ever listened to me talk about Gryffindors before, you'll know that I've said we really live in the present. So it's not to say that we don't like harp on the past and aren't haunted by it. Or that we're not
you
conscious
gotta
of the future.
download those memories in order to be haunted by it.
Exactly. I know, but we do receive them, but typically we're just like really present in a moment and feeling everything really deeply. And so for me, 22 had to go to Gryffindor because it kind of memorializes that feeling. There's no okay, so a few minutes ago we were talking about how I knew you were trouble with Slytherin, right? And I'm going to kick myself about it later. In this one, it's like, oh, you look like bad news. I got to have you.
Yeah.
Different house.
But it's not like I'm going to try to make this long-term relationship work. She's like, we're here to fuck for one night.
Yeah.
And then we're done.
Everything's going to be all right. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Or maybe
It doesn't matter because it's the
care.
one night. I'm going out and getting fucked this one night. Because I'm 22. Who cares? There are no consequences. Like, let's go.
True. And you just can watch Nick Miller dance around to it. It's just we're happy, free, confused, and low. Yeah. Ghost us. I feel like I was able to flesh that a little bit. It's miserable and magical.
Is the big line that I get. Like it's the Gryffindor paradox, and it's also I'm just enjoying being miserable. It's only for one night, guys.
I'm gonna enjoy this season of my life for this moment.
For a good time,
don't think about anything
time.
else. Let's make fun of our exes. All right, it's just a fun song, but yeah, it goes to us.
I almost do.
Yeah,
also goes to you.
So,
wow, you go from frivolous shit to this deep.
Yeah, we have horrible brains. It's really
multitudes contain multitudes.
Something I guess I can say about our house is that we know when we're done with a person and we can exile them if they strike the wrong nerve. But by that I mean striking a wrong nerve with us, not people we love or people we're responsible for. But however, with the right kind of words and gestures, and this is why I used to call us most forgiving, but I've walked that back to the most understanding of the houses, you can sometimes pull us back in, because if you ever meant something to me, something big to me, the difficulty of leaving that person behind, obviously that increases with how much you meant, in the hierarchy of my life, which is something I'm sure people of all houses struggle with, Dub, but specifically, it's really difficult to let go of a person that you felt really deeply about. And we know that we're really tapped into the emotional side of things. So we know that the feeling's not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have purged my life of you, that was already horrendously difficult for me to do, but I did it and I'm not going back. Cause if I did the purge, there was a really solid reason. So, it takes a lot for us to really just fucking cut you off. So I think the person or the narrator in this one is going, I know that you think about me. I know you think about everything we went through. Matter of fact, because you've reached out, but you're hitting a wall. So obviously you're going to think I moved on and I hate you. Good. That's what I want you to think, because it's better than the alternative of you knowing that I almost fold if I think about you too much. And any contact with you is going to make me want to have some part of you back. But it's in the title, almost. I almost want that. I almost do that. I'm never actually going to pull the trigger. There's no point. If I ever tried again, it'd probably just wreck me. So this Gryffindor has a lot of, what's the word? I don't know. They're able to pull themselves into a place of logic and not actually go back, which tells me that the person really fucked up. So yeah, I thought this was a Gryffindor one too. I was listening to this album. Can you tell I was trying really hard to flesh out a lot of these, because 22 and I almost do were hard for me to really. I was duh. What do it's very Gryffindor. You
just did a great job. I was I don't know what to add to that. Yeah, no,
I thought thoughts in my brain.
No, I mean, I think this is, and when I was listening to this, I was thinking about too, if it's also, could possibly be a Gryffindor that might still do it, but is at the point where they're I'm not gonna. Thinking about it, I almost want to, because it ends kind of like
hopeful.
Yeah.
Well, not even like I want to. It's a really rough spot to be in, to like really want to do that, but to know like you are really bad for me. Like this is not gonna. It's also like if someone has tainted the relationship so much, it's such a horrible feeling to know like even if we did get back together, it's not gonna feel like it did then. It's a really rough place to have to be and
so
accept.
I think where the Gryffindor comes in and also where she pulls herself back is like she's imagining like if you asked me if I'd try again, I almost want to say yes. Like I'd almost want to try again, but he's not, right? So it's like this is a Gryffindor that can tell themselves.
No, but he did. She says in the song that he did. Like every time you reach out, there's no reply. So she's.
But later on, she's like, in my dreams, you're asking, like you're straight out asking me, do you want to try again?
Yeah, I get. Well, because in her dream, she's talking back. She's not talking back in real life. She's not even like. You're not even giving the person a chance to speak. And I think it's a little spiteful and purposeful. Like, I want you to think I moved on and that I hate you, but I don't. I don't really, but I don't want you to know that. It's like, it's better if you think I've moved on and whatever. Because if you didn't think that and you kept pursuing me and you kept at it, yeah, you'd probably make some headway here. And that's not safe for me.
Right.
Rough stuff. Tough stuff. Again, I think about a Gryffindor, so. Oof. All right, we are never ever getting back together.
This one's a little embarrassing for us.
Sorry.
Not as embarrassing as some that we're going to talk about tonight, but
yeah. Oh man.
It's what might be most embarrassing is that it's like a little bit of a cringe song, but she's not being cringy. She's dead serious. And so like it makes it not cringy because
she's making it fun.
But when something like this is cringy, it's because you're looking at this person and you're like, shut up, like he's gonna call and it's gonna be fine. And and like this song is so freeing because it's a song about her at the point where she's like, it's almost like the antithesis of I Almost Do, where she's like, when you do call, I'm gonna laugh at you. She's like, this is so funny. We're never getting back
really
together.
Sick of it.
Like
I'm
ever.
sick of you.
She's like, you keep calling me up, and it's like, and she also, and you can tell that she's hit the other side of like being over it too, because she's like, oh, you're an indie record that's so much cooler than mine. Like, I'm done with this. I'm done with you. You're so fucking funny. Yeah. I have no feelings for you anymore. We're never getting back together.
There are so many Southern songs coming where in my head I was like, this person is going, you're so funny. Like, it's just like mocking the other person. Like, that's so funny that you think that. Like, and this is one of them. It's just, she's just, it's done. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
No, she's like, you are not her person anymore. You're her joke. Like
this is the other side of I Almost Do, because this is her realization. Like, you're a pretentious asshole. You don't make sense when you talk. Like, you finally had enough of you. You're ridiculous.
I have always said for Slytherins, it's either they love you, or they hate you, or there's like no, you're nothing. And this man is about to tip into nothing. She's like, you are such a funny thing to happen in my life. Okay, bye. Like,
That's true. She really goes through a lot in this album. There's a lot going on in this album, and this person's head. Holy shit. All right. What I'm going to say about Stay, Stay, Stay is that this is an attempt at a healthy love song depicting like really normal, sweet love. But what's buried in the lyrics is a lunatic who throws their phone across the room at their partner, trying to force them away so they can be more angry about it. But really, I'm doing it for the plot because you think it's funny when I'm mad, and you're going to go get your football helmet on and make me laugh, which is my most favorite thing to do. Like, it's Gryffindor. And I'm kidding. It's not a toxic relationship. Everyone loses their tempers. But I just felt that the way this one was laid out lyrically felt like it was coming directly from the call's coming from inside my house. We've been together through all this stuff. You've never really left me, even when I was on my worst behavior. You find the good in my insanity. So we should both stay. I think that would be good. Don't you think it would be good if we both just stayed? We made it this far. Let's keep staying. Yeah, no. This is lunatic.
And again, the bar is so low too. Like, he carried my groceries inside, and it makes me want to ask him to stay.
That's why I'm saying I really feel like this one is Like it's structured like, oh, it's cute. It's like a cute little healthy love. They fight. They fight bad. You're throwing your phone at someone. You're throwing your phone across the room at someone's head. Relax, Giannina from Love is Blind. Relax.
You didn't answer my text about her.
I know, but that's why I thought of it, though. I did read it. I thought I was going to respond. Sorry.
Okay. I got really excited. I was like, oh my God, good for her.
Did I not? You probably sent it to me when I was asleep. And then
I did. I sent it very late last night. I was watching TikTok and it came up.
That is very cute. I'm very happy for her. She got away from Damien. That's not what this is about. The last time, we finally got a Ravenclaw one.
Yay.
Good for you guys. All right. So what strikes me about this one is, well, it's how direct it is. There's no scrambling or hoping or pleading. That's done. It's clear from some of these lyrics that maybe some of the pleading worked in the past, but now we're kind of moment of truth, right? I'm not asking you again to make me a top priority. I really mean that. I'm not asking. What I am genuinely asking is why you're making this so difficult. Like why you're so willing to mess this up. But you're never going to hear me like say, please put me at the top of your list. Please prioritize me. That's done. It's really direct. So that's why I put it in Ravenclaw.
Yeah, no, it's really direct and it's all, I hate that when she repeats herself a ton, it turns out to be Ravenclaw, but
sometimes.
It can be a very...
It's usually a logic house, I would say that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, this is the last time this is going to happen. This is the last time this is going to happen. And that's why I think because, Last Kiss, we talked about how, like, she wanted to know it was the last time, and that's why it's a Slytherin song, because she's, like, so devastated by the fact that she didn't know. So it's like, how is this not a Slytherin song? Because they're, like, letting each other know. But it gets that twist where it's like, but Ravenclaw isn't thinking that somebody would want to know this. It's just, like, natural that you would tell them. So, like, this can be all closed up. This is the last time this is happening. We're done now. Bye. And there's going to be no I almost do songs or thoughts about it. Like this is
there's no I think
or
I,
any I think we are never getting back together like laughter.
No,
like,
there's no pleading, there's no
nothing.
Scrambling. I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I'm directly telling
I don't know you anymore.
You're never going to hear from me again.
Yeah.
You've been fucking exiled. That's so
all
scary.
too well. Like I remember this all too well. Like nah.
I don't care what you remember. I don't actually care at all. Like you give someone so many chances, and I can really see a Ravenclaw being so exasperated with that. Like, why would you fuck it up when I have given you so many opportunities? Now you need to be punished. Now the punishment comes, and we know they love doing that. They have a huge punishment kink. So, first red Ravenclaw song, go Ravenclaw. Holy Ground brings us back to Slytherin.
I fucking love this song.
It's a really good song.
I love this song.
Yeah.
It's a little, she's getting close to Unhinged Slytherin. Where she's like,
it's a Damon Salvatore song.
Yeah, I was reminiscing about our relationship the other day, and she was like, God, we were, where we stood was holy ground. Like, it was literally epic to use the Vampire Diaries word. Like,
yeah, I know. But there's another song that reminds me of this stuff too, but that's going to be on a later album. I'll tell you. It calls back to it. I'm sure you know already. There's something to the way, though, that like your house memorializes like pieces of the past, artifacts and things.
Yeah,
I've said that a few times now, but it's so like a song like Holy Ground can only go to Slytherin because it's entirely about that. Like the ground is sacred because we walked it. I'm not going to walk it again. I'm not going to dance on this floor again. I'm not going to be part of something here again if you're not. It's like actually stained with what we had.
And she's like, yeah, it fell apart and it was bad. But she's like, I wonder how you think about it now. She's like, it's been some time. And like, I'm looking back on it and it was like, damn, we're sacred. And she's like, and surely you must think that too. Because she's talking to another fucking Slytherin. So he probably does.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what song you're thinking about. One. You're thinking about a vault track.
I know which one you think I'm thinking about, which yes, now I am, but I'm actually thinking about another one.
Oh, there's three.
We've sorted it already. It's also
no,
it's
I know.
Also
I'm thinking of the one that's sorted. Yeah.
Well, that tracks. They all connect. All right, sad, beautiful, tragic. One that I think I'm not even. Why was I going to say that? I have to stop talking about Taylor. This isn't about you. This isn't about you.
Got to use her pronouns.
I know. This isn't about her.
It's about some random chick.
For sad, beautiful, tragic, there's there's like a really strikingly Hufflepuff confidence here that I wanted to tell you that I see it later in songs that we also decided were Hufflepuff.
Really?
Where it's not the same way a Gryffindor or Slytherin would go.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's like, yeah, I'm sure you look back at this or look back at me, or maybe you'll regret what you did because you're stupid if you don't. This is different. Like it really she was showcased to me when she says, you've got your demons and darling, they all look like me. That's a strong commanding stance, which to me is a little delulu. Okay. I'm like, how do you know? But I think with the Hufflepuff, they wouldn't say it unless they were aware of the impact that they made on the partner.
Right.
They're never going to set themselves up to really look delulu. So I think like if they're saying that they're saying I'm haunting you, they know that they're haunting you. They know you well enough to clock that, which is scary. So it's funny that I got all that from Sad, Beautiful, Tragic. But that one line, I was like, oh, you do this differently than our houses. I see. This isn't like I'm betting on it or like there's a good shot or you're dumb if you don't think about me. This is like I'm a ghost in your home. And I haunt your dreams. Like, you'll rue the day. It's almost.
Is she really doing? Is she really going like you'll rue the day though? It's almost like All Too Well Again, where she's she's not. It's a sweet. I hate to be like sweet about like all your demons look like me, but she's like she's saying it in a really.
I know what you're saying. I know because she's deep enough.
Okay, but she's like all your demons look like me, and then she's like that's sad. I'm sad. Yeah. I'm sad for you. That's sad. It's beautiful too. Like God, to think your demons look like me. That's just beautiful.
That is so,
but also tragic.
Crazy.
But also tragic.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thanks, Sabrina.
I was thinking about it and I was like, man, there's a lot here. Like it's not. It's
Bro,
exactly
you know what?
That. It's not just
sidebar.
Like,
this isn't about her, but that song is probably Feathers, probably Hufflepuff. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I think it is. I really think I'm sorry that you lost out on this. Like I really feel bad for you.
It's really sad.
Enjoy the paralysis demon that comes to you at night. That looks like me.
She's like, I'm sad too, but like.
But like I feel like our houses would be so thrilled to know.
Oh no, they would
to have that confirmed.
Are you kidding? A Slytherin would be like, I bet you. Well, I just fucking gave it away. But a Slytherin would be like, I bet you think about me, and I bet it sucks for you, and I'm enjoying thinking about you thinking about me. Like I bet it's awful. That's funny. She does that in a Ravenclaw song coming up too, in a different way, where she's like, yeah.
I have so much to say about the way that all the houses look at a person and think about them thinking about you. And it's all really different. Yeah. But this is where it occurred to me that the Hufflepuff way is really commanding and really confident and really like...
It's really...
I don't think it. I know it.
Commanding and confident, and then it gets empathetic immediately, right?
I know.
It's like, weird. It is. It's very strange. Yeah, Slytherin is also confident, but it's like smug about it. And it's like, I know exactly what you're thinking, and that's funny to me, and I feel the way I feel about it. Ravenclaw, it's like, why are you thinking about me? And can you explain to me what's going on while you're doing that? Gryffindor, I don't know. It's like
Gryffindor's like, you probably do. And if you don't, you're dumb. But I bet you probably do. Like, if I had to guess, I'd say you do. Don't tell me if you don't, though, because I'll kill myself. Speaking of Gryffindor, the lucky one is also a Gryffindor song.
Gryffindors who want to kill themselves. I don't know. Well, we sorted Ted Lasso. This is Roy Kent's song. Like, I don't know.
That's so funny. I looked at it from a lens of a young person.
No, it's an older. I think about it from an older, because she's thinking about when she gets older.
Right. To me, the younger person's looking at the older person who already went through it, especially with the lyrics. I get it now why you did that.
Oh, okay. How I think about it is this person thinking, like at the very beginning of their career, thinking about how it's going to go. So it
could be a mix of both. It could be both.
But I mean, that's part of the reason that I think about it as Gryffindor, because it's like the song is literally called The Lucky One, and it's like the paradox where this Gryffindor is like, I'm really happy to be here. Like, I'm really grateful. Like, I have all these fans and blah, blah, blah. But they're also looking at it like these fans are going to be gone soon. And they're going to realize I'm a fraud, I'm an imposter, and someone new is going to come up that's way better than me, and they're going to realize that immediately.
Yeah. Well, also just lyrics like, your lover in the foyer doesn't even know you, that wouldn't bother everybody. But it bothers this person. To me, that would really bother Gryffindor. And the narrator understands that. Because to me, when the way I think about it is like a younger person looking at it and going like analyzing what this person's been through with a really harsh lens. So they're like, I understand why you took the money and you went to an island somewhere and fucked off. Like, it took time for me to get that, but I do. And it took them time to understand that, right? They like, why would you want to take the money and get the hell out? That like this being famous is awesome. But then these things happen where it's like this person that you have in your bed doesn't know you. Like, everyone's just doing shit for you. You're surrounded by yes men. And that would really bother Gryffindor. So even like you don't feel pretty, you just feel used. And now you're going to be replaced. This is a person who can empathize and assess like, oh, that's going to be me if I don't play my cards right.
I want to
like
sing that
exact
same
thing is going to happen to me. Huh? I know. I like
such
the
a
Roy
good
Kent
line.
take, though.
It's so good. And the
That's so sad.
It's this is an extremely sad song. Also, what I think makes it Gryffindor, because like it doesn't come off like a sad song. Like, it comes off very like, oh,
it doesn't.
Don't got no worries. Like, it's fine. It's like a really sad song.
My guts are spilling out of me, but no worries if not. Everything Has Changed is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs of all time.
Wow.
I love this song.
Another
it's
breaking
beautiful.
of the...
I know. It's beautiful. I love Ed Sheeran. So, Slytherin, okay? And it's so funny. I have to tell you, I was thinking about this one a lot. It's funny what happens with Taylor songs, because this one thematically, right? Only by theme, reminds me of Electric Touch. In the sense that this is a new beginning. I'm somewhat nervous about it, and I know that everything might be different now, and I'm hopeful about it. Gryffindor take, right? This one actually sways the way of Slytherin because it isn't like hopefully anxious and waxing poetic about the electricity of a touch. This one is saying like, I really want to take this chance with you. And yeah, I've got butterflies, but they're the beautiful kind. Like, I'm not going to throw up over this. I'm looking at you.
So I need to know things about you.
Yeah.
You need to tell me about yourself.
The anxiety is not panic, right? Like, it's a solid feeling of understanding what you could have with the other person. And deciding, again, the resolve. It's a huge theme with the Slytherin one. Just deciding, I want to know you better. The difference between this and the Gryffindor take, like Electric Touch, is in the song. Like, again, like thematically really similar. But in that one, the narrator's going, oh, I want you now. I want to need you forever, which is like the hope of it all, right? The person didn't even enter the driveway yet. And you're talking about this. Yeah, but in Everything Has Changed, these people are like staring at each other. Yeah. And we're hearing them go, oh, you look familiar. Like, I know you. And I really want to continue to know you. Like, I've decided. And so now everything has changed. That's a really solid, resolute take.
God, you know
That's
what?
That's really Slytherin to me.
This may be because what I'm reading right now. This sounds like Bella Swan.
That's because yesterday I said to you, what if you were the person in the plane behind them in Italy and they're just staring at each other?
No, listen to what you were saying.
That's what I thought when I was
reading the lyrics. I was reading the lyrics and how it's like...
Yeah, it's a Bella song.
No, yeah. And it would
she was
be
a kid,
about
and she's
Edward
like,
too. No, she's like, you meet this person and you're like, that one's mine. And I don't care if he thinks he's going to kill me and I'm not allowed to be a vampire. It's all going to happen. I will not be killed and I will be a vampire and I'll be with him forever. Everything has changed.
Get it, Edward? Change me, get it?
Sorry, Edward. I know you don't want Alice's vision to come true, but it's happening.
He's like, I'm going back to Italy. I'm going to make them kill me this time. They're the worst. I love them. They're the worst.
Yeah, no. This is like, yeah. It's very like this is very Slytherin in planning mode. She knows nothing about this guy. All I know is a simple name. She's like, but I met you and we're gonna date like hard. Like, we're gonna have a relationship. It's not Enchanted where she's all like, oh, fantasy about like, No. She's like, we're gonna date, and it's gonna be like good dating.
It's gonna be
it's gonna be a big ass relationship. And
but like a Slytherin like Bella has never second guessed her own choice. Like, it may seem it like with the problem with like the Jacob paradox of things, but that's just guilt about leading someone on. Like, she never loved him. Sorry. She knew she was going to pick Edward Jacob forever. Fans. You guys need to really get a grip on fucking reality in 2024. Anyway.
She's going to name her baby after him. That was the guilt too. It was back to December. Anyway.
Yeah. God, these invisible strings are stringing. All right. Starlight So, okay. So it's like a really idealistic take on a date from the past. It's Hufflepuff, right? But it's like old school Hufflepuff Taylor.
Yeah.
But I did realize that the reason, like, I'm trying to give them more meat, right? But so
you're talking about them singing, like they're not listening to us. Trying to give them more meat.
I'm talking about the song, not the people. Okay,
you're talking about
I'm talking about the lyrics.
Hufflepuff community that is tuned in.
No, I'm not doing that. But this Hufflepuff's partner is saying, like, you worry too much about things you can't change. You're going to spend your whole life, like, sad if you think that way. So to me, I was like, oh, it's a normally very type A person, like, very much needing to be in control. But at the exact same time has stars in their eyes, like, over things. That kind of perfectly balanced person. Yeah, that's going to go to Hufflepuff. That was the lyric that did it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And it is, yeah, it's a very idealized past date, really. I don't even know if it was a full ass relationship or if it was just like a night that she had, you know?
Oh my, what a marvelous tune.
Yeah.
I don't like that song, sorry.
It's not my favorite either. Yay, Ravenclaw again. Good for you guys.
Yeah. So we had the Gryffindor excitement and hope. We had the Slytherin resolute decision making, and
he didn't like it when I wore high heels, but I do. So
that's right. The Ravenclaw view. She's like, I like this about myself. Actually, that jackass didn't, but I do. And like assessing what this new partner is doing. She's like, oh, that's nice. You think I'm funny? That's not something I'm used to. But also she's saying, like, I've made a decision about what love was in the past 8 months, and I just decided it ruins everything and ends horribly. And I'm really like pleased to see that I can learn something different here. And it actually doesn't have to be that. Like, I'm taking in new information here.
Her system is, evolving a little.
Yeah, I don't think it's changing. I do think it's evolving. Like, it's new information's coming in. And it's like a holy shit, I'm watching something start again here. I really genuinely didn't think that could happen.
I didn't think it would again, yeah. She's like, I learned everything and it didn't work, so I wasn't going to do it again.
Yeah.
but this might be okay. If it's going to be different, and you're giving me enough proof that it might be different. So,
very Ravenclaw.
Yes.
You guys, you're coming up. You're coming up on. You're getting more. I love that. The moment I knew. Man,
we mentioned this last episode, and I don't remember why. Oh, because I said obviously most people would know the context, the personal context behind this song.
Yeah.
This is extremely Slytherin. Like extremely, because it's called The Moment I Knew, where she's like, this is how I knew the relationship was like dead in the water. But you could tell that she'd already been thinking about it. She needed like the seal the deal thing, right? Like she was already, you can tell by the song that stuff had already been happening. And this was the final cut. And what I think is really funny and really Slytherin about it is that she talks so much about how like it was public and humiliating is what really got her.
Right.
She was like, in front of my friends, in front of my family, you couldn't put your ass to the door for my 21st birthday party. I cannot excuse. She's like, maybe if it had been like a private thing where like you didn't show up, like we could have kept going. Like we could have, she was like, it was in front of everybody. In front of everyone.
I really like how you're thinking about it. I thought about it a little differently, but also really Slytherin.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the fact that this person gets really stuck on the fact that they promised something. They gave their word about something.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And then fumbled it. It really fucked their night and their head because like I, Slytherin, wouldn't do that. So why would you? And so like over and over.
Oh, yeah.
Something's missing. You said you'd be here.
Both of those things together. That also that he promised, and then it was public that his promise was broken. Like everybody saw, because she was like, "He's coming." He told me he promised, and he did not.
You guys are the house that I would associate most with being like plagued by disappointment.
Oh God,
in a way that could really easily lead to self-destruction.
Especially if it's somebody who's your person. Like those are the only like 5 people that you give unquestioning trust to. So it's like,
it's a really Slytherin song.
And the fucking how she ends it is the most. He called and said, "I'm sorry I didn't make it," and I said, "I'm sorry too," and that was the moment I knew. She was done there. She was like, he called and apologized, and he could go on and on explaining, and it doesn't matter.
That one hurts me to listen to.
Yeah.
Some of these, like, I gotta tell you, like, I have such a parasocial relationship with this woman. Like, that hurts me for her.
Yeah.
So that's
as I say hopelessly, he said he'd be here. Like, it's the fact that,
She's 21. Oh, I can't think about it too long. All right. Back to Nameless Narrator. Come back, be here. This actually reminded me a little bit of Begin Again. In the sense that the narrator is like surprised by the fact that they can feel these things. Like, how is this possible? It's a weird feeling sinking into my bones. It feels like I want you around. I didn't know that was going to happen. Like, I feel like the other three houses, I'm sorry, it's Ravenclaw, but I feel like the other three houses fall so much more easily into people. And you're like, I think it is
because what we say always about Ravenclaw too, that like they could leave somebody and not even think about it. Like they could separate and they'd be fine.
I have so much to say about that later.
I think here like, they're like, weird. Yeah. I miss you.
I don't really like want to need you this way. Like if I'd known I was gonna feel like this, I wouldn't have like played hard to get and like nonchalant, whatever. Wow, fuck, this feeling's really not going away. Oh no, I didn't plan for that. No, like they're not used to this. And it's just the way the song is structured is really Ravenclaw. It's funny.
Yeah. It's like, and also, like, it's not fair that you're not around. Like, it's just, like, what the fuck? Like,
you should be
if
here.
If you didn't leave, I wouldn't have to feel like this, and I don't like it.
Yeah. It's weird that I want you around this much. Can you just do that? Because I'm annoyed.
And I don't want to have to tell you, because that seems overkill.
Ruins
and like
everything. These are all vault tracks, huh?
Yeah. Are they? Did she get that?
Girl at Home. I think Girl at Home is.
Jesus, why did Red get so many vault tracks? All right, whatever.
Favorite child syndrome. Girl at Home. All right.
Okay, we better see like 8 for Reputation. None of this 5 shit that are 2 minutes long. The best vault tracks.
It depends on how they affected her, so we'll see. Girl at Home's Gryffindor, and let me tell you why.
No, is Better Man a vault track?
Yeah, I think so.
Such a good song.
But Girl at Home I gave away as Gryffindor, so I gotta say it now.
Yeah, no. That was the next one. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the list.
Okay.
In disbelieving.
The first reason I thought this was Gryffindor is because I think we're really, if not the least likely, really unlikely to cheat on a person we're actually in love with, right? So we're not least likely to crush innocently or flirt or even like cross a toe over the line like Serena from Gossip Girl. But flat out cheating on who we love is like really unforgivable. Would never do it. So this song's about a person that the Gryffindor is looking at like.
Except Serena, who cheated on.
Tell everyone you love her.
Her best friend. Their boyfriend.
But that was a weird incestuous thing going on. That was fucking weird.
I don't know that Serena ever really loved anybody, including Dan. So
no, I don't think she did at all. And that's why I put that caveat in there when I just said a person we really love. But I think she thinks like in this song, that girl thinks you love her.
Right.
And you make me fucking sad because you're a douchebag. You're being dishonest. And so to like add on about least likely to cheat, I actually really do think we're the least likely to lie. It is a waste of time. I'm not interested in playing like these Machiavellian fucking games with you unless I think they're funny or leading somewhere entertaining. Like I can lie and manipulate if I have to. It needs to be on a need to do basis. Like it needs to be done, right? Because it's a fucking waste of time. Like you should just say what you mean and do the right thing. So that being said,
I was going to say, it's not even just like the least likely to cheat or whatever. It's like, she's like, everybody here seeing you flirt with me knows that you have and I'm not going to be that person. Like, that's gross. That's not
fuck
right.
You for putting me in that position.
Yeah, she's like, that's wrong. Yeah. Ew.
It's wrong.
Ew. How dare you? Like, no, it's like,
yeah.
And also I think it's a little bit of like if you kiss me, like, that's on me. Like, all of the guilt is on me because obviously you aren't going to care.
Yeah, because
so,
you
like,
don't care.
That's me, apparently.
Like, why are you?
I got to be the one worried about this girl at home. Like, what? I don't even know her name. Like,
right. I feel so like responsible for this now. You fucking dickhead. Learn your lesson. Yeah, that's it. That's a Gryffindor song. Better Man.
Such a good song.
Really sad.
Yeah.
So we gave this one to Hufflepuff. For me, it's because of the the quiet confidence, right? Narrator is not blaming herself, saying over and over, I think we both know I did my best here. This is a shame. It's a shame that you can't be better. I'm not even like tempted to call you. Like, I know why this ended. I miss what I thought you were, and I just wish you were better. And that struck me as really Belle and Rumple from Once Upon a Time.
Although she didn't ever leave.
Well, she in one of the times where she dumped him, maybe this.
In one of the times.
Just like, no, but that feeling like I didn't go back. Want to be better.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I guess Belle thought every time she went back that he was better. Yeah. Belle's a special kind of stupid.
Dangers of a Ravenclaw.
And it's a shame that they did that to such a good character. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the whole, like, the whole reminiscing thing. And like, no, it's again, that sad empathetic thing where she's like, it sucks
weird,
for
quiet
you.
Confidence, I'm
like,
telling
we'd
you.
be in love if you were better and you weren't. You could have been. Like, it could have been different. That's so sad.
It's really.
Aren't you a little sad?
Is this not crazy?
It is. I could never. Hufflepuffs, I have to like give it to you. And it's always like in the middle of the night too that they're quietly contemplating this and then they just go on with their lives. I'm like
wild.
I would be sitting there in the middle of the night seething. I would be like, how can you be so fucking stupid not to be better? Yeah. It could have been so easy for you. Should have said no. It could have been so fucking easy. Mm-hmm. And you were dumb and you've ruined my life now because I really wanted it to work.
The Hufflepuff, they know, like, immediately. It's not like, oh, I really wanted to, like, I almost call you. I almost do, right? They're like, I already know I deserve better than this. It's sad for you that you didn't know what you had. And it's like you would have been the one if you were a better man. Like, this would have been it. Like, it would have been, you would have been the end game. And sad. It's sad to think about, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. Applies weirdly. Stop.
It's so, she's like, it's so sad to think about. Anyway, moving on with my life. Like, this is,
I have brainworms.
See, no, this is where she's like getting deep in Hufflepuffs, where it's not just like, ooh, cutesy.
Yes.
She's like,
I need one of these songs where you have that weird confidence. She's figured them out. This is a Hufflepuff. Nothing new is a really sad song.
It's not about Olivia Rodrigo. I'm just going to put that out right now. Controversy.
God, no. But like, how can a person know?
It might apply to her now, possibly, but it wasn't written about her. Anyway.
Not even in the slightest.
I don't even think it applies to her, but you could make that argument. If you were Delulu.
How can a person know everything at 18 but nothing at 22? Really immediately made me give this one to Gryffindor because you actually didn't know shit at either one of those ages. But we think of ourselves in that way all the time. Like,
you're present.
I used to have it together.
When I
had present, now I don't. I really knew what I wanted. I knew what I was doing. No, you didn't. You've always been insecure mess with a weird god and jester complex. And that's what the whole fucking song is. Like, how long will my insecurities and sadness be cute to you?
Yeah.
Probably not forever, because I'd kill myself if I had to be my own partner. Like, honey, please. Your partner doesn't think of you that way. Like, neither do your friends or people who love you. But, like, welcome to the brain of a Gryffindor. It spells a lot of shit out for you.
No, it's
really want to understand
my God. Like... I'm trying so hard to look happy, to be happy just for you. And like, I know if I show you my true self, I'm going to lose your attention. You're going to hate me. So I have to be happy. And somebody new is going to come along. They're going to be way better than me because they have it all figured out. And I don't have anything figured out. You're going to judge me.
Like, can you enjoy the party, freak? Like, why are you doing this in the corner? God. I could just see like Tony Stark in the corner, like crying over something like this. Where they're standing
in the corner, it's like no one knows. Like no one knows I'm nothing new.
We have to make that. That's really fucking funny. No one knows I'm nothing new. Everyone else is like, I really like this drink. I mean, this song is really good.
Why is Taylor over there in the corner?
Oh my God. It scares me that she can tap into this part of her brain. Why couldn't she do that? She shouldn't have access to this. This is really private. She really made us look bad.
It's like the absolute. This is really private.
I don't like it. Let's move on. Go to babe.
No, what's scary about her too is that you're like, we talked about this where it like takes over her vessel or whatever, and then she snaps back, right? She just has these moments when she's like, when she like follows a thought thread, and she's like, what if I like really hyperfixate? She's like, oh, I could think about something this way. And then she writes a song about it. And then she like reads the song. She's like,
if I was never insane, I could.
I would never do this.
Yeah, she's got plenty of insane Slytherin ones, though.
Mm-hmm. That's true, which she would do.
Babe is not one of those. Babe is Ravenclaw. Yeah, I hate that because of you. I can't love you. What a shame you wanted to do that. Yeah, this is different than Better Man, because this narrator doesn't wish you were better. Instead, they've just like dealt out your punishment and they're telling you repeatedly that you fucking blew it. Mm-hmm. And again, I have to ask why. Why would you do something so ridiculous and stupid?
Explain your stupidity to me because I want to understand and learn from it.
That is so in like almost every Ravenclaw song so far.
No,
like,
it is. It is.
It's like, because why?
Because it's like, what the fuck were we just talking about? Where they were fucking convinced that it would be better now. Begin again. It's like it's like they'd take this and they'd be like, explain to me why you did all this so that when I begin again, I will understand. That's not happening again. Explain to me.
Man. Yeah, but then they're like, you know what? Whatever the reason, here's your consequence.
It's like, you won't give it to me?
You
can't be coherent? Fuck you.
No, really. It's way different than Better Man. It's so funny. Oh my God. I love this little activity. Really, I hope it gives you guys an insight into the unhingedness of each of your houses.
It's not even like Gryffindor, like I won't pick up the phone. It's like I literally won't hear the phone call. I have selective listening skills.
I've plugged it out.
Nobody will ever reach me.
Babe. It's also got that repetition too.
Yep.
Message in a Bottle.
Another great song. Should have been on the original.
This is these Vol tracks are insane. This is funny because this is Slytherin, and it's always funny to me when I find one of her Slytherin songs and she has a lyric like my God, time is moving faster if I replay your laughter. Disaster. Like, man, I can't think of anything worse than you getting under my skin like this and affecting my day. Like in a really cutesy song. Just let me throw that in there. This is a fucking disaster.
Extremely Slytherin.
You guys are funny.
What's quickly almost becoming my favorite song on Reputation is exactly like this, where it's very cutesy, like, you're fucking me up. Like, yes.
Yeah, it's really, this is like the real dramatic Slytherin.
And whenever she gets like this she nails it, where she's like, you're making me feel things, and I don't enjoy that. I'm not controlling it.
You need to stop. But if you
didn't plan for this,
I'd be really upset.
Yeah, I didn't plan for this, and it's like I don't like it, but it also turns me on that you're doing this. Like stuff is happening to me that I can't control and that I didn't account for. How are you doing that? That's so weird. Can you do it more?
This is a fucking disaster.
Because I don't like it. But it's really fucking with my head. It's like, what are emotions and why do they feel so good? Like, she's like, what?
That's so weird. Oh my God, we finally made it to I Bet You Think About Me.
Oh, I was just going to say too, you could be the one that I love, and I'm hoping you get that message because I'm not telling you. But
you're going to have to find it in a bottle in the ocean.
Figure it out because I want it.
The message in a bottle is a metaphor for like how difficult it is to get to the root of a Slytherin.
I'm coming for you. Like, all right, yeah. Let's get to all
Man.
Here's why it's Gryffindor.
It's just All Too Well first. It's not on my.
Oh, wait. No, it isn't. Oh, it's my favorite song. You said All Too Well was next. I was just.
No, I said I Bet You Think About Me.
Oh, sorry. No, you didn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
This is my.
I feel like it should be obvious.
Favorite. This is my favorite Red song.
Like this was like one of the few that we fought about at first.
Do you remember a fight? You said you did last time.
Yes, I'm going to tell you exactly why. This originally struck me as a Gryffindor being like, "Oh, you think you're better than me, you fucking loser? You think I grew up on the streets of Chicago, clown. You're superior thinking ass bitch." But, and that was like my surface level read of it. But because Lauren would not back down,
I would not
from being like, "This is really Slytherin," and I was like,
would not.
I really had to say to myself that this doesn't happen too often, where we dig our heels in like that. So I knew, okay, let me look back at it. And then I could see how it's not a person who's doing like, you're better than me.
Justice, bitch.
It's like actually really calm. And the person is saying like, oh, here we go again. Oh my God, that's so funny that you think that. Like, that's so funny that you think you're better than me or that you can find better. That's actually hilarious. You spent $1 million on a couch. Like, I know that you chase happiness through these material things. And guess who you never had to do that with? Me. And guess when you were genuinely happy? With me. And now I guess you never will be again. That's really funny.
So really something that we didn't talk about to each other that is also extremely Slytherin and that I love about this song is that she, in order to like explain why she's not right for him, she's clearly like parroting things that he's said to her, right? because Rachel was talking about this, I think it was in the last episode, where she was like Taylor Swift did not grow up in like a small little farmhouse and like blah, blah, blah. And she has that line where she's like, oh, it's really, she's parroting him where he's like, I'm from Hollywood and you grew up in like Bohunk, Pennsylvania, and you couldn't possibly, that's what she's doing. She's like, because before she starts talking about, she's like, you and your friends were talking about the book that is so great that I couldn't have possibly heard of. And she's like, and you grew up in a silver spoon gated community. And I grew up in, a farm. It wasn't a mansion. And so I must have been dancing barefoot around my kitchen all day and just like paying bills, trying to get by. Like, that's clearly what you think about my life.
And the accent comes out in this one too.
She's like, this is what you thought about my life. And she's like, and you thought so little of me and you're still thinking about me. That's hilarious. That is so funny.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to bring in, I don't know. Can we bring in the music video? The fact that she did it at this guy's wedding.
On. Yeah.
That she's like, you're getting married and you cannot let me go. That's funny. She's like, I'm not thinking of you at all. Like, it's clearly like nobody else is like interacting with her at this wedding. She's like some sort of like ghost moving through that only this guy is really like comprehending, right? So she's not really there. It's only in this guy's head. And she's like, I'm gonna be in your head forever because
that's hilarious.
She's like, that I was the one, that I'm the only one that ever loved you in the way that you wanted, and you'll never have it again. That's so funny. She's like, that's sad. Like, yeah. It's not the Hufflepuff empathetic at all. She's like, she's so far removed from this emotionally. She's like, I bet you think about me. She's like, I bet you're going to be like, wow, she wrote a song about me. That's insane. It's like, bro, I'm not thinking about you. You're thinking about me.
I think I still have I think I read it as like she's still actually in it a little bit. Like she's still mad about something in this one because it's so spiteful. But yeah, I can see it that way too, where she's over it. Like it's either or, right? It's just two sides of a Slytherin when they're in conflict. Like either I'm over it and I'm a ghost in your head, haha. Or like I stay up and think about it and I get really mad because a lot of these lines are really cutting.
Yeah, no,
so
but
to me, I was like,
so
still
I have
being in the thick of it.
I have such a weird take on this song where like this whole song is like him. Like this is like it's hit like
where I can agree with that is if you take you have to go into Taylor lore though. Because if I think of the All Too Well music video.
Yeah.
And this is about that person,
mm-hmm.
I can see that then. Like now in this year, the 2021, her being like that about that person who definitely mocked that shit 100% and said shit like that to her. If I look at it that way, I can see it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, but I mean, it was a vault track, so she released it in 2021, and who knows if we can trust that it's. Actually, she wrote it in 2012 and not 2021. But even if she wrote it back then, I could still see her writing it as her thinking into the future, where she was like, this is how this is ultimately going to end up, where it's like, this is nothing to me. I always sing the song like it's the guy just like sitting in the dark in the corner, like thinking about how she would react if he ever reached out again. Like,
oh man. Well, either way, this is definitely a Slytherin who's like, whether this person can recall it and feel that angry again, or it's a person who's really over it, it's just looking back at the past and being like, you're so fucking stupid. Like the things you spend money on, the things you care about are dumb, actually. You made me feel that way. You tried to make me feel that way. And it's you.
And it's like, she is so annoyed that he would like, imply that she couldn't understand those things or that
she's mad at herself too.
Oh yeah, because she was like, why did I do this so long? Because that's part of the, I don't know if it was an argument, but like the explanation that I was telling Rachel too as well, that like she did try hard. She was like trying to fit in with these pretentious fucking assholes and was like trying to be like, yeah, I'll show interest in your little indie music and your you want to be a big actor so bad, and like, sure, I'll support that, and like I won't laugh at this fucking couch, like whatever. And I tried really hard, and you're being a dick. And so you're not recognizing me, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, when I got on board with this as Slytherin, I was so struck by it as Slytherin that I got Lauren a shirt that says it. I was like, that's a really Slytherin shirt.
It's my favorite song on Red. I love that song. It's my favorite vault song that's come out.
It's really good.
Yep.
Run. All right. Well, we're going to be stereotypical.
Has she repeating words?
Well, no, but we actually just talked about it a little bit too, where like what's the telltale sign? Okay, when we started this podcast, that was one of the things that was for me a telltale sign of a Ravenclaw was it's your ability to run and not look back and really mean it. Mm-hmm. Like to really abandon everything and start over. So going into like analyzing this song and thinking about it, I was already like, LOL. LOL. This is Ravenclaw. Like it's actually a sweet song. It's a Ravenclaw who's already in the thick of love and is now like, let's do that running thing I do, but together.
You're the only one I want with me.
Yeah. Until you're not, and then I'll run again. Yeah. Sadly, I didn't have a lot to say about that one.
There's not a lot to say. It's very straight to the point. Mm-hmm. Also straight to the point. Like, let's get out of here. None of these bitches are worth anything. Let's go.
Yeah. Ooh, Ravenclaws surely have had their moment on this album. Good for y'all. It was time. The last 3 albums were not.
They're not kind of.
Didn't have enough Ravenclaw.
No.
Very first night we decided as Gryffindor. You know, it's not someone who's like sad because they've been dumped or whatever. It's just a person who's reflecting and going like, damn, I knew we were gonna do that to each other. We always knew, like we were literally built to fall apart and mess each other's shit up. But it felt like really good. It was always really amazing with you. And nobody even knew about it. And that was even hotter and better. Oh my God, I want to go back there. Like, it's not super regretful. It really, you just like miss the person. And like, it was really good.
How it made you feel?
Yeah.
Made you feel a bit 22?
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about that one. Yeah. I don't got anything to add to what Rachel said.
There's so much to say about this one.
There is, and we already said a lot of it. So this becomes Gryffindor when she adds that 5 extra minutes.
Oh boy. Okay, so but everything we mentioned before about the OG stands true. Mm-hmm. The lyrics are still accusatory and they're still honest. But like, okay, now
she's gonna kill him.
Yeah, now we're not just pointing a finger, right? Now we're ripping apart the seams of your soul and we're going deeper, people. Get on the fucking, I don't know, something that repels water. What's that thing called? Poncho. We're going in. We're going in. All right. We're getting way more emotional about it, which is like hard to do in a song like All Too Well because it was already super emotional. But no, now I'm going to air everything the fuck out because you really deserve it. Remember how you never called it love? Remember how you did that after you broke up?
That's the huge, like, you never called it what it was that she adds. Oof. That. I'm like, whoa. That's usually Gryffindor, where she's like, we both know it was love, and you would never say it. And that's fucking, that pissed me off. I know it was love. It's right to call it love. It's mean not to call it love.
But like, and then months passed. Remember how you came back and you acted like nothing changed, even though my body feels like it went through war. Remember how I was your dirty little secret? Remember how I kept you like an oath and I worshipped you like a religion? And well, okay, unfortunately now I'm literally in hell. And suddenly an age gap is a problem, but your grooming ass didn't care before when you were like charming my dad with your disingenuous bullshit and like lying about coming to my birthday party, actor man. I'll get older, but you'll never stay my age, freak. Like
the part that really gets me is that whole bridge she puts in, or just weeping in a party bathroom, some actors asking me what happened. I mean, I've probably been influenced by the various TikToks I've seen where people are like aggressively pointing and like screaming and being dragged away. But it's a very Gryffindor.
She does.
She does. Some actress asking me what happened. You. That's what happened. You.
Yeah.
She's like, there's no explanation. You happened.
This is your fault.
Everything about you.
This is one of the first times that I realized you can find a cheat code to finding some of the Gryffindor songs for Taylor is if she makes like metaphors or alludes to a war in the song. Like I'm dead fucking serious. Love is a war in her Gryffindor music. And like this is no different. She's a soldier returning half her weight. Like it is war in her head. So sad. What a way to be and feel about things, huh? glad I'm not like that. I'm really normal and well-adjusted. Oh, man. But yeah, hopefully, like, it's understandable why we put this extended version in a different house. Because I know it's a little weird, but it's fleshed out in a different way. Like, you can't keep it in Hufflepuff. It goes beyond. We've just been talking about how balanced they can be. This is not a balanced, quiet, confident take. No. This is
I mean, they can be screamy and vindictive, but they're like, sure. I think they're more controlled about it.
Yeah, they are.
Gryffindors lose their fucking shit, man. Like, there's no when she's in the part where she's like screaming in this song where she's like, I'm a crumble, she would have poisoned him if his like bottle of beer wasn't for, she would have put something in his drink.
Yeah.
And then she would have come down from the rage afterward. I don't know what happened.
Choke you with the fucking scarf. Give me back my fucking scarf then, bitch.
It smells like innocence. It reminds you of me. Is that it? Is that it?
Groomer.
Fuck you.
Okay,
Fuck
groomer. You. Oh my God. Horrible. What a horrible dickhead. So
that's red.
When you tally that all up,
overwhelmingly Gryffindor. I'll look at the number. Sorry. Yeah, I wonder why Rachel had so much to say about this album.
So much to say, guys. It didn't stop.
There's 10 Gryffindor songs.
That's crazy.
7
she was
Slytherin.
Really influenced by that shithead.
7 Slytherin. 5 Ravenclaw, and then Hufflepuff has got 4.
Wow.
So go Ravenclaw. You're not last.
Yay.
I think you can always, again, like she is Slytherin, so it's probably going to be up there in the top 2.
We said before, you have to assume that they all come from this house.
Yeah. So I mean, and when she's like the purest form of herself or is really personal, that's what it's going to end up being. But yeah, no, Jake Gyllenhaal's a Ravenclaw or Gryffindor, and he fucked her up. He really made her go deep inside herself and pull that shit from her soul.
Yeah, fucking wild. Great album. Really, really happy it's a Gryffindor album. I love it.
And I know Rachel did, and I did too. I thought it was going to be a Gryffindor album. Maybe I was influenced by the fact that it's named Red, but
it's the feeling on it.
The vibes.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's very fall vibey, which also strikes me as Gryffindor. Don't ask me why.
Yeah.
Late summer, early fall. I don't know. Anyway, 1989.
I was born in 1989.
She reinvented herself. Country's gone.
That's it. This is
no longer
pop.
She says
pop Bible, as they say.
Her whole intro, where it's like, I'm not going to write about boys anymore. There's a lot of boy influence on this album. I don't know what she's talking about, but
she can't help it. She's going to write about whatever is influencing her at the time. And there's some dickhead who didn't stay a dickhead forever. was a lot of influence.
His fuckboy era is what
frat boy Harry.
Called. Frat boy, yeah. And I'll give that to him. You know, I could believe it.
Well, we start off with Welcome to New York. Hopeful, idealistic, ready to face the future, optimistic about what you want and expect from a place. Hufflepuff. I mean, one's really to the point.
It's extremely like, I feel like I belong here and I do belong here and everybody can be who they want and love who they want and I really like it here and the lights are shining just for me. Like, this feels like my city. It's Hufflepuff. Like, I don't know.
It is. Right out of the gate, puffy.
Spoiler right now, I'm just going to give it to him. That's the only Hufflepuff song. So enjoy that analysis.
You can skip
ahead for that album.
35 minutes or something. The next album.
And then get the last Hufflepuff song we talk about. The one other one.
Oof, shh. Okay.
You guys got a lot in the first episodes.
Yeah, a lot. It'll be okay. Blank Space is overwhelmingly a Slytherin song. Overwhelmingly.
I love this song. And I'm always so ashamed because it was a single and like everybody loved it. I say in quotation marks because it was a single and I'm like, man, I'm not deep at all. Like I have no taste, but she got us so good. Like I don't know what else to. It's a little bit like I Bet You Think About Me, where
it really fucking is.
And it's not even, this isn't even put it in context, because I think you can realize this without the whole context of what she's actually doing. The person singing is clearly making fun of the fact that this is what people think about her, right? Like, it's crazy, but she's making it clear that, yeah, it's crazy because it is crazy. Who would ever be like this? But she's like, if you think I'm like this, I will be like this. So, and I can be very well. So she's like, yeah, I take boys and I eat them up and I spit them out and they all fucking love it. Their dicks are hard the whole time. And then I crush them in their car and the next one comes along and begs me to do it to them. And I love it and they love it. And I go fucking crazy every night. And everybody's excited about it. And
I'm insane. Didn't they tell you I'm crazy? Didn't they tell you that?
Didn't they explain that to you?
Don't you guys all think I'm fucking crazy?
It's so funny how everybody says this and guys are still lining up at my door. Like, that's crazy. That's so funny. No, but I think Taylor said this too. Again, I feel like such like a fraud, like fake fan when I'm like, I love Blank Space. But fucking
good song though.
Yeah, but like, darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. She said that I think that that's one of the favorite lines that she's ever written. I love that line. That line is so quintessentially Slytherin, where it's like, I can be whoever I am truly and make you come to me. Like, I can do anything. Like, it's so it's like, it doesn't matter what you say about me. It doesn't affect my life. I can still do whatever.
It's true.
She's like, boys only want love if it's torture. And I'm happy to give that to them. Like, I'm a benevolent God. That's fine. I love Blank Space.
I honestly had nothing to say about it because I knew Lauren was going to take that. Like, I knew. That's all correct.
I love it's very, the whole song is very, it could be very low-key, but it's very like, I am benevolent God and people think I'm this like insane thing. So I'll do it.
I'll show you crazy.
And
I'll show you crazy.
And nobody's complaining. I'll write your name in my blank space. Sure. I got a dance card. I'll fill it up. Anyway.
Different kind of list than a Ravenclaw would have.
Fucking love that song. Call me a poser if you want.
The way she feels about Blank Space is how I feel about Style. Style is like my number 2 favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. This song comes on and I'm shaking so much ass. Like, you have no idea. This song makes me feel incredible. Like, I'm fucking flying. I love this song. Okay. So
I was going to say before you get into it, so on YouTube Music, when I go to Taylor Swift and like her entire discography and I hit shuffle or whatever, it always starts on Blank Space. It fucking knows. It's like, you dumb bitch. You listen to this song too much. Anyway, go on with Style.
Well, I have to say the back-to-back Blank Space and Style is an insane, like, these are pop anthems for fucking life. Both of these, they're insane, like, insanely good songs. So it's crazy they're back to back on the album. My take was, you got this is a Gryffindor song where they're not just like, the person's not just pining or yearning over someone and thinking about what they'd almost do. No, like, they're actively messing around with this person again. And they're taking little jabs at them, right? Like, I should tell you to leave. So it's just going to go around and around. And my personal favorite is like...
But like, watch this go round and round.
I heard you were out with some other bitch, huh? And he's like...
That's okay.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, but who cares, really? Because, like, I can't stop thinking about you. And she's like, yeah, I can't stop thinking about me either.
She's like, and like... I fucking love... She is. She's like, I heard you were out with somebody else. That's fine. Like...
Yeah, whatever.
We're pretty hot together.
And also, I know you were thinking about me. It's fine. And yeah, we're going to crash and burn, but it's going to be so hot and classic and sexy when we do it. Like, did you know I've got that good girl faith in this really tight skirt that shows off my ass? Did you know I'm Catholic? This is just a sexy, fun, like, it's a realistic and honest song.
It's not serious, except when it is.
You're right. It's about hooking up with someone that you have insane chemistry with, and also, like, taking little jabs. Playing hard to get, having fun with them without thinking of the consequences later, because it's so fun now. The consequences will come on this album.
Consequences will come.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She I think when she's Gryffindor about it is when she is like still at the beginning and she's still like a little hopeful about it. Like it's the beginning when she's still hopeful and she's having fun with it.
It's genuine. She's genuinely in this space having fun.
There's a turn. Yeah. There's a turn where she gets a little slow and is like, okay, real relationship, and it immediately turns to something else entirely.
I think she's reclaimed it as a song for herself. Like, just to speak about Taylor, I think she's really reclaimed it as just a song to have fun to. Because it very quickly became my favorite performance on the Eras tour.
Okay.
I love it. It's so fun.
She does the little Harry dance.
Fun. The little Harry dance is so cute. And when she's walking with that dancer guy, that little walk they do, oh my God, I can't. I want to learn it. It's so cute. It's so fun. And I love this song. But yeah, speaking from a fictional perspective, just a whirlwind of fun. Like, what? Come on.
It is. It's extremely, no. I mean, yeah, that whole song just gives me the feeling of like, we're out here for a good time. And but you can see the flashes of like, but no, I'm serious. Yeah. Yikes.
Out of the Woods. So I actually
my God, one of the first major repeats that is not
I know. Well, what sold me on this being a Slytherin song is actually the repetition because of the way that you guys overthink. So there's these two people that are like, there's this couple that's really enjoying each other, these sweet private moments, but the brain we get a look into just has on repeat. Are we okay? Are we in the clear?
Are we good?
Is this good?
She's and like good? In between that, she's like remembering all these moments, right? That she's like, and she's like, and it's so funny because she's like, these moments were great, but now that I'm worried about all of this, I feel like I need to color them with a different marker. She's like, maybe they weren't great. Like, how did we ever think that this would work? Are we out of the wood? Is it okay? Are we good? She's like, seriously, I want to be good. Are we good? Like, have I done it? We're fine.
Over and over and over.
Yeah. The big thing for me too is the bridge when she's like, I walked out and I'm setting you free, but the monsters turned out to be just trees and the sun came up. You're looking at me, where she's like, I can't take this anymore, where you won't give me a straight answer whether this is okay. So, okay, I'm out. That's fine. No hard feelings. You're not totally sure. I'm setting you free. You don't have to listen to me asking this anymore. But then the guy's like, no. I'm in this. And she's like, okay, that's all I was looking for. That's all I needed. So we're out of the woods, right?
So we're good.
And then it starts all
so
over
it's good. Yeah, the Slytherin anxiety is real in this one.
And it's rough. All of our anxiety is always because we do not get it, right? We're always like, this isn't a hard ask. Like, truly, it's not. I just need to know. Right. It doesn't matter if it's not. If it's not good, then we're done, and that's okay. But like, you have to tell me. And Harry, should we say Harry's house? Harry is a Ravenclaw.
I was going to say it for the next song, so it's fine.
Okay, all right. He's incapable because he doesn't know. So they're both these two fucking crazy ass logic houses where she's like, I need to know. And it's literally not for anything. It's just to make me feel better. That's all I need to know. And Harry's like, this sounds like a really, really serious, deep question that you're asking me that I can't get into because I don't fully understand my feelings right now and I need to process this. Taylor's like, no, do you want to date? That's all I care about. And Harry's like, that's a really hard question. Like,
you can really feel the like the way her brain was moving in this one. I feel really bad. Listen to that one. I never loved that song because it's so repetitive.
I don't get it.
I feel really bad. Yeah. All you had to do was stay is really funny because we decided it was Ravenclaw, and then when we decided that Harry is a Ravenclaw, we were like,
oh, I get it now.
It's explaining it to him in a very concise way, like the way Ravenclaw needs it, right? Like,
yeah, she's like, all right, Out of the Woods didn't work.
Yeah.
Clearly that was too simple for you.
Yeah. Let me remind you, this is what you wanted. You're the one who ended it. And then immediately after, and by the way, you were all I wanted. Just so you know, I made this very clear to you.
I made it clear before, but here I am again.
and that pattern with the Ravenclaw narrator asking why is here again, right? Like constantly questioning the other person's behavior because they really don't get it.
This song
behavior
is actually
does not compute.
This song is so fucking funny. It might be one of her most straightforward songs. She's like, I wanted to date, you didn't want to date, then you called me up and you were like, I kind of still want to date. And I've been sitting here picking up the pieces of the mess you made, and I don't know what to say to you because you told me you didn't want to date anymore. Mm-hmm. And she's like, and I love this too. The people like you always want back the love they push aside, and people like me are gone forever when they say goodbye. She, like, that's the one, you take that one line, like, that's the Slytherin line. But she's explaining this to him in Ravenclaw terms. She's like, you think you can just come back whenever you think you can just go off on your 5-month do whatever trip, and that you can come back and nobody will care that you were gone. And that's not how it works, dude. And she's like, and people like me will be gone. Like, we're out. And so this whole song is like, all you had to do was not go anywhere. It was literally that
Shame
easy.
On you.
I would have sat here singing Are We Out of the Woods for the next 20 years, bro. You were the one who laughed.
Yep. Man, these are just two people. This is just really,
a
young
shame.
And really like.
Really a shame. There's a specific type of Ravenclaw that I wish we'd seen Taylor in a dynamic in, because Harry's a little too, I feel like Harry's too close to Slytherin on the Ravenclaw scale. I want to see her with a God, totally other side one.
I don't know that she'd.
It'd probably be over really fast, but it would be really, really great.
I think she really just wants to have some fun. And I don't know that kind of Ravenclaw is just for fun. God bless. Shake it off.
I think the one that we constantly see on TikTok would make her laugh continuously without trying.
Yeah, I agree. That's true.
Shake it off.
Shake it off is the Slytherin song.
Fucking embarrassing. That I cannot believe.
I'm lighting on my feet. That's what they don't see.
I can't fucking believe she did this to us. And it's again so serious. Like, it is a cringy song. It's an incredibly cringy song, but she's not singing it like it's cringy. She's not ashamed to be telling you this. She's like, listen, this is how my brain works. You're going to come at me and I'm going to shake it off. And it's embarrassing that she reveals this. These are inside thoughts, Taylor. These are things that we do that we don't tell anybody are happening. We don't reveal this.
No, she's letting everybody know.
She's like,
here's what you don't see.
It's like haters going to hate and players going to play. And I just shake it off. Like, it doesn't even affect me.
This song's forever ruined because of the supernatural parody. It's ruined.
It's ruined?
I cannot sing it the way Taylor wrote it.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's
without seeing the supernatural cast dancing in purple outfits.
It's ruined, and it actually is also ruined for George. Like, it was such a good parody that we both do supernatural.
It's a really good parody.
Phenomenal.
Hollywood Sisters.
What a great moment in fandom. But yeah, there's not a lot to say about this one. There's a couple on here that I don't have a lot to say about. It's just exposing the fucking shit out of you guys. This is one of them. Sorry. Taylor does not care about being cringy.
No,
Taylor doesn't care about it.
Doesn't.
I love that about her.
She does. We're going to see in Reputation. She very beautifully explains Slytherin mindset in a way that is not embarrassing. I was going to say insulting in a way that is not disparaging, that we are proud to be like, yes, this is how we think. This is not one of them. I don't want anybody knowing this. Or if you have to explain that this is what we do, this is not how you say it.
She was just feeling herself. You have to let her live her life. I feel that way, but I wish she would, because we put this one in Gryffindor, and it's just like, this is just the danger of a Gryffindor looking back. Like, this is what happens. This is what happens if we do it.
I wish you would come back. We should never hang up the phone like
this was one of our surprise songs.
It was.
I wish I. Yeah, it's like if the narrator and I almost do just did it. And like, it's 2 a.m. and I'm thinking of you, and I'm going to turn back around and I'm going to go.
I remember Rachel being like, I don't want this. And I think what I said to her, the big line for me is, I wish you would come back. I wish you'd never hung up the phone like I did. Because she's like, yeah, we should have broken up, but I wanted you to realize that I didn't actually mean it. Like, why? Like, do you get it?
For me, it's the bridge. Like, yeah. There's no other house. Like, you always knew how to push my buttons. Mm-hmm. You give me everything and nothing. Yeah. This mad love makes you come running. Like, it's just really Gryffindor. It's really like
yeah.
I don't know. It's like,
you think I'm gonna hate you now because it's about Harry.
It's about Harry, you think?
I think so. It was one of the times that she like let him go. And then I think she was like
the window pane. Yeah.
And I think she learned her lesson. She was like, he didn't come back. And that's what I intended. So I had to be a little more.
That fucking boy, man. I'm sorry. I know we're not supposed to be doing this, but wow. Like he did a number on her brain.
Yeah, no, it's we're a crooked love in a straight line down makes you want to run and hide, then it makes you turn right back around. It's like, yeah, they're in this.
It's talking to style.
This relationship where they're both like Wonderland speaks to this too when we get to it or whatever. But they're like they're in this relationship where they're like, this is crazy, and we both really like it that way. But the problem is that they match right up till the end. Like their separating points aren't the same. So like, he's not getting when she doesn't mean it, and she's not getting when he's just being like weird and not genuinely like, I don't want to get back together. It's not. And they keep doing it.
Too young for
this. They keep doing it is the thing too. Like they keep breaking up, getting back together. Like so.
Man.
And they did this all in like 3 months, right? It was like a 3-month period that they were doing
I think actually Jake Gyllenhaal was the 3-month thing. This was it like a year? Like 7 or 8 months. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And she was traveling a lot for him. And
yeah, I remember. He left her on
the yacht. She really wanted this one to work because the last one we just saw with Red was fucking insane. So I think she like needed a win really bad. This was the wrong place to look for.
I don't want to get into her like personal thoughts about Taylor either, because all of this is speculation. But we've already established that she's like a fictional character when we're talking about her, right? So
No, she's my best friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then I can't say what I wanted to say. I think Jake Gyllenhaal was her first. I think Jake Gyllenhaal was her first love, like her first like love.
That's 100% accurate.
Yeah. So yeah. So with Harry, I think she was like, I really liked how that felt, and I want to do it again. And Harry was like, I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah, and he kicked off her. He gave her a fucking complex about having some goddamn twink British boy as a rebound to play around with, and they keep getting her in trouble. Anyway. We'll move on. Bad Blood. She's showing again, your asses
fucking
again.
Embarrassing, and I don't even like this song. I don't like
either.
This song.
This is one of my least favorite Taylor songs of all time.
It is. It's mine too.
It's too obvious. I don't like that.
It's very obvious. Katy Perry made her mad, man. And she's not even mad at her anymore.
No. But, they're so funny now. Actually,
they are. But she. I don't even know what you can say about this. It's very she's laying it all out there for you. This is what we do. This is it.
Again, it's a person who made promises and said things like,
right.
I trusted you, and now we have bad blood because I trusted you. It's just so it's so on the nose. It bugs me.
It's fucking in The Archer when she's like, all my enemies started out as friends. She's got so many songs that are like demonstrate like this is one of them. She's like,
yeah,
and it's because that's all it can be for a Slytherin, right? Like for somebody to be ends. Well, but yes, but so it's one or the other or nothing. So it's like they have to have started out as friends unless she like started out hating them deeply from the beginning. I guess Kanye and Kim would be like the only example of that. But it's like what she's like. So she's explaining to you. She's like, this is what happens. You fucking cross me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not fixed. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. And you're saying sorry just for show. And I'm not going to be fooled again. Fuck you. Bye. We got bad blood now. Yeah. And she's like, and yeah. She's when you love like that, blood runs bad. When you love as hard as I do, like this shit eventually happens to me. Goddamn.
Oh, Taylor.
You're all fake. Jeez.
At least, I think that's the last one that is like embarrassingly Slytherin
on this album. Yeah.
Yeah. So Wildest Dreams is also Slytherin, but it's not embarrassing. Okay. This was one though.
No, because she got. Let me tell you. Can we not? Okay.
There is
anonymous man that she had the best sex of her life with.
And if it is who we think it is.
And she was like, let me tell you about it. I believe that it is who it is too. And I'm sure it's one of those times when it showed up in the tabloids and Harry said, oh, I know I'm supposed to come back now. Because
good luck beating that kid. So to me, this was like This was sort of where I started to find the remarkable difference between the Hufflepuff confidence and the Slytherin confidence. And it was in the line, I bet these memories follow you around.
Yep.
Slytherin is always betting. The Hufflepuff thinks it's a sure thing, but the Slytherin is always betting on it. And I put money on it. I'm not going to say it with my full chest because I leave room for margin of error. And I need to be able to say, well, whatever, I can't read your mind if I'm wrong, right? I will not be made to look foolish. But like, you think about the most like confident, even the cockiest Hufflepuffs, they all say shit like, I know you think about me. I know you regret it. I know I haunt you. And it might be like an emotion house thing to the extent that a Gryffindor will, like when teetering on the ego side of the paradox, say the same type shit. Like, oh yeah, you want me so bad. You want to kiss me so bad. It's not that at all.
Oh, but she does like the fucking... It's I don't even know if I can call it ego because like is it ego when it's true? She's like it's I don't know, but she's like you can have me, but my one condition is that you remember me exactly like this. You remember me with rosy cheeks on the edge of orgasm, and you will always think of me in this way. I am beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you, and you will remember that. In your dreams at night, you'll think about this like that. That's just
the logic houses are a little more like that. Like, let me be calculated here and just say it fully. Just to let you know, your behaviors and who I am, all of this indicates to me that you will be thinking about this later. So I'll put some money on it.
Yeah.
I'll put some money on it.
The thing that speaks very Slytherin to me too is that she threw out the songs. Like she knows it's for one night. She goes into it like I don't expect anything out of it. She's like, when you leave me, let the stuff follow you around. She's like, I'll let that happen. That's fine. You can do that. But you have to remember me exactly like this. And it's not even like he is going to remember her like that. She's just like letting him know. She's like stamping into his brain. It's one of those Slytherin, remember this moment, last kiss type deals where she's like, this is holy ground.
They're memorializing a moment. Y'all
this is holy ground. You come back to this hotel room, bro, it's ruined for you. Like this is it.
Now, I'm not going to say I know it.
We own it.
But I'm going to say I have it on good authority that it's ruined for you forever. Let me not put my whole chest into it, but I know and you know. How you get the girl? This one we were talking about it in 1989. I said to Lauren, I was like, I don't know, who's the house other houses are most likely to go to and be like, what am I supposed to say here? Like, how do I behave? And she was like, Gryffindor, duh. And yeah, like I often tell my logic house people how to emote normally, how to come off like basic human beings, not robots.
Or also to be like, this is how men should be treated. Like that's not right. That's incorrect.
Exactly. And it was like, whatever. It's a Gryffindor being like, listen, you go in the middle of the night in the pouring rain and you say, I was scared, baby. Remember what it used to be like? I want you for worse or for better. Yes, I am proposing. Straight up teaching someone how to be the most dramatic and romantic that they can be.
Tell her you lost her mind. Bring her a picture of you two together.
I was just scared of how much I love you. You want her back or not? Like, fucking do it. I know what I'm talking about here, guy. Taylor's version of giving people advice on how to apologize and how to do things is so funny. I don't agree with her that it's always the best advice either.
It is. It's really funny because her advice is a mix of like duh and also like manipulate a little bit.
Yeah. Uh-huh. This is Gryffindor manipulation right here. This is like how you get under somebody's skin, and she knows because we've done it to her, and it's upsetting for her, I'm sure. That's enough of that fucking song. I don't like that song. Sorry. This love, I'm gonna let the Slytherin go ahead.
Wow,
because it's
not
really
gonna say anything
song.
At all.
I really want to hear your take.
Oh, I think you were the one who started this conversation on this song.
Am I?
I think that you are because I know the other one coming up was really, really me. But no, I agree. Let me gather my thoughts. This is incredible. Yeah, love is good. This love is bad. This love is this love is love.
It's also speaking to Wildest Dreams, Silent Screams, and Wildest
Dreams.
It is. I never dreamed of this.
I never dreamed of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In losing grip on sinking ships, like she's on the verge of giving up, and then it's like I think it's so Slytherin because it's a very realistic view of love as well.
Yeah,
like it's not romanticized. It's not love that's romanticized. It's not love that's like illogical, or like how you get the girl like, baby, I love you. You're like, you can just come back. No, it's like just like this love is good. This love is bad. It's alive, back from the dead. Like it's like
it left a permanent mark. That's the Slytherin.
Yeah, it left a permanent mark. But no, but another thing that I wanted, this love is alive, back from the dead. I always think of, I don't know where this originally came from. It's probably a proverb, or it might even be a Bible verse. But I read it in a Meg Cabot book when I was like in middle school, and it stuck with me really hard. And it's the if you love something, set it free, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back to you. I relate to that super hard, and I think that is a Slytherin. I have a hard time thinking about Gryffindors like willingly letting something go as opposed to be afraid it would come back. Right? I'd go insane. I could never do that. I think Slytherins have this like really quiet. It's their people, right? And it's also like it gives you a little bit of like I think Slytherins tend to be a little fatalist or a little more realistic. So it's like if it doesn't come back, then it wasn't meant to be.
Fatalist is a great word.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fatalist, so but so that this love is alive back from the dead has always reminded me of if this love is meant to be, it'll come back to you, because it clearly like died and then came back, and it's like meant to be, right? Like that's what she's saying. Like this is real love.
That's exactly why I thought it was Slytherin. That whole part too, where it's just like
these hands had to let it go free.
I can confidently let it go because I know it's probably real and it probably will return. Like, and if it doesn't, that's okay. I did the right thing in letting it go.
Yeah. And I still love you. Yeah, no. Yeah. Your kiss, my cheek, I watched you leave. Your smile, my ghost, I fell to my knees. When you're young, you just run, but you come back to what you need. So she's like trusting this younger person who wants to be a little wild to come back to her in the end.
You shouldn't have trusted. But
that's why this song is so beautiful, because she believes it. Yes, even if that particular one didn't work out in the end, she really believes that this is what love is, which I think is Slytherin's belief in love. Like it'll always come back.
This album has a lot of her exploring as Slytherin's true belief in love. It's pretty. It's really pretty every time she does it. I know places. Listen. The running stereotype rears its ugly head again. Listen to me.
Also the repetitive stereotype.
A Ravenclaw will not be without multiple escape plans, okay? Your Ravenclaw friends are who you need to call in major emergencies, okay? The deeper the fixations they have, the better. They're the ones with the zombie apocalypse plan. Don't ask us for that. So when someone says, I know places that we can hide, I immediately am like, I bet you know a ton of fucking places. Ravenclaw. It's like you make that your job to have to know where the exit sign is at all times and to figure out like, I need to know how to get out of this. And I need to know where to hide.
I always love listening to this song because I don't know if that's how she intended it, but the way she wrote it, it's very like this person is somewhat passive. She's like, we gotta go, and they're just going with her because at the end is the only time she's like, for you I know it's always me, and for me it's always you, but she's trusting that it's not really like this person has any say in it or whatever. It's the loose lips sink ships all the damn time, not this time. She's like, I learned that lesson.
Yeah. What is this? In the dead of night, your eyes so green. And I know for you, it's always me.
Yeah.
Hide. I know places. Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, it's clearly parent. She's like, this has happened before. They're coming. Yeah, love's a fragile little flame. It could burn out. See, that's not a Slytherin. You know, people are fucking bugging you. You'd be like, fucking ignore them. Like, who the fuck are they? This one is like
the fear of actually being hunted and caged and not having your freedom to love or to feel how you feel. With abandon, right? Like a huge trend we've seen in Ravenclaws we've sorted is the need for freedom. This is a trapped back to the wall Ravenclaw, and you know they're going to have an exit plan. So this one has to go to you guys. It absolutely must.
Ravenclaws.
Yep.
Not me, guys. You, the collective audience, who did not get enough attention in the first episode.
Collective audience.
That's not our fault.
No, it's not. It's really not. I won't take responsibility for that. Blame Taylor Swift. I have a metric fuck ton to say about
This is Rachel's. I'm not going to say a word. Yep. You get this.
Fine.
This is your song, man.
I have too much to say about it now. Where do I?
Oh, dear.
This is one of my favorite Taylor songs of all time. It like has repeatedly gotten me through really bad headspaces. And every time I hear it, I cry. So I'll try not to right now. Okay, I'm gonna try really hard. So she hung her head as she lost the war. Is that right? The war? When did I? It's a Gryffindor song again with the fucking war shit. I don't know why she does this to us, but all right. This is a person working through like a level of heartbreak that feels like they're gonna fucking drown and die, and at the last second realizing like I can actually breathe through it and I can be made clean again. It's gonna be okay. When you're really, really, really in love as a Gryffindor, that person becomes an extension of you. Like that's a part of you. Maybe the way places and artifacts become holy ground to a Slytherin, the person themselves is really sacred to a Gryffindor, which, like, I don't think I need to tell you how hard that is to walk away from. So, of course, the person's all over you like a wine-stained dress. You can't wear it anymore. The stain won't come out. Of course, the butterflies that I used to feel, they're dead and covering my room in dust. And oh, look, now the rain is filling the room and my lungs and my life, and I can't see, I can't breathe. Because you're detaching something from me. You're taking a lung from me. Like you're taking a limb, like a full organ. And that's how it feels when you're in it. And that might sound really dramatic or ridiculous to other houses, but that's what it feels like for us. I needed that to live, and you took it from me. But with time, and with the more intelligent of us with therapy, but really, like mostly with time, you learn to live without that piece of you. It's like, it's not so much that you got the wine stain out of the dress, you just got rid of the dress. Like, it's not so much that you drained the rain out of your room, it's that you learned you could breathe in the water. Like, you figured it out. The flood can carry away the pictures. The letters can be burnt. The traces of the person can be swept away. It just in time they matter less. You can't see that when you're in it. But in time, you feel clean from the drug. Like Edward Cullen. You feel like clean from the drug. It really is. Like, that was that person to you. So, like for me, if you're an ex-friend or family member, don't listen. If I had a falling out with you, like an ex-person like that, I have never and will never seek you out again. I don't even look at your social media.
You doesn't even remember you. 10 kids. Sometimes I bring you up and she's like, who?
I have fucking deleted you. Like, you could be married, you could have 10 children. Like, I will never know and never look. And like, part of that is like, I'm not risking it. I don't want to look into the past and feel feelings that I had. Like, you don't belong here. And no matter how clean you are of a person, you're still a Gryffindor. Like, I might miss you. I can't let that happen. That's horrible. That's too risky. So that's my analysis of the song.
It's beautiful.
It's a big one for me. I really feel I feel really strongly about how difficult it is for a Gryffindor to get to that point.
Oh, and I was going to tell you, I don't know that I've ever told you this before, but I think Gryffindors have a predisposition to addictiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. I think Slytherins do too. I think Slytherins and Gryffindors are the biggest ones.
I think Slytherins handle it better.
Well, I think that we probably look like we handle it better because we can, like, explain it away. Like, no, it's fine if I do this thing one more time because it's for a reason. Right. It's for a good reason that I have thought up and can explain to you. And a Gryffindor's just, I don't have time. Right. I don't have time for it. I'm going to do it. And
yeah. Yeah. And I mean, so there's the obvious metaphor of like getting clean from a substance or getting clean from the thing.
Right.
To me, just taking a Gryffindor perspective, it's getting clean from a person. Like, you really need to purge yourself. Like, if they meant something real, right? Like, if you're a throwaway friend from like college, whatever, you're going to get just, sure, whatever. I don't need to like purge my life of you. You're not my organ being removed. But if it was real and deeply meaningful, it takes a lot to get rid of you. And then I'm not risking that shit. Like, I'm not, like, if I even look, I'm going to feel how I felt in, I don't know, 2014. And I don't want to feel like that ever again. Like, I don't want to remember that feeling, like, at all.
Right.
Even like in the back of my head, a little like touch of it. I don't want to. I'm gonna spiral. I don't want to feel it. Do not do it. So it's like, yeah, you're just completely deleted, and in time we really do forget you. So that's cool. And we receive memories at certain points, but like
they stab you like a knife.
Horrible. Yeah, sorry, that went on too long. I really love that song.
Wow. Remember last episode we were like, this is gonna be 3 hours, and it only was like 2. This one is gonna be 3 hours. But it's fine because these are 3 fucking good albums. And Hannah says we can go as long as we want.
All right.
Hopefully you guys we should put in the description like the timestamps of when albums start so people can be like, I don't fucking care about 1989. Anyway,
we'll keep it moving. Wonderland.
It's a good song. Really, I think it's underrated. Song. I think it is starting to get the appreciation it deserves after Taylor's version. Yeah, it is a Slytherin song. It is. I'll explain to you why it's not Ravenclaw, because I'm sure everybody's like, Alice in Wonderland, it should be Ravenclaw. Listen, I thought about it. I was like, but I think I don't even think Rachel ever said Ravenclaw. I think she said Slytherin immediately. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, should it be? Just because Alice in Wonderland is a Ravenclaw book. Nobody's disputing that.
You search the world for something else to make you feel like what we had.
Yeah. So yeah. So really it's like Slytherin. It's based on Wonderland, but it's not, because she's with a Ravenclaw. So that's what this felt like. But she was there as a Slytherin. No, it's the whole time she's totally aware. She's not like lost. She says lost in it, but she's not. She's like, they all told us don't rush into things. They all told us, this is not going to work out. They all told us this is going to be crazy. But you're really cute, and you smiled at me, and you made some really good arguments. And I liked how it felt. So I ignored those people purposely. It's not that like, I know she's like, we found Wonderland, we got lost in it. It's because she let herself get lost in it. She didn't like
this is a recurring thing.
Yeah,
she didn't. Songs.
She didn't like lose herself. She was like, I like how this feels, and I want to feel it more. So
you guys are extremely intentional with that.
Oh yeah.
Extremely intentional with that.
She like lets it happen because she gets out of it as soon as she like really comes to terms with herself. Right? She's like, I reached for you and you were gone, and I knew I had to go back home. So and I kept looking for it, and I never found it again. Like, and we both went nuts because we thought that would work, and in hindsight, it did not. But it felt really good while we were doing it. Yeah. No. Immediately when she can't find him, she's like, this isn't working. So she did not get lost in it, despite how many times she says that.
I can see how why you said the Ravenclaw thing though. It's because this only makes sense to logic houses. This song never made sense to me.
It does, and it's in it. And she's talking about love with a Ravenclaw. Like, 2 Slytherins are not getting lost in Wonderland together. Nope. He brought her there. She was convinced by him, right? 2 Ravenclaws. The Mad Hatter. If this was 2 Ravenclaws, they would truly be lost. Like, they would not find their way back out. If they lost each other, they would both be lost separately in there. Like, they're not.
That's true. Wild dynamic here we got.
It's a crazy one. Crazy. It's one I really enjoyed, but, it wasn't good for her. So I did think it was great.
It's funny. I know you are in love. Like
this song means so much to me. It does. Yeah, it does. It affects me. I don't like the way that makes me feel things. I don't like the way that makes me feel.
I mean, I think it's a pretty song. It doesn't make me feel things.
Gorgeous. I've considered having this in my wedding in some way, either if it's like beautiful. The first dance or walk down the aisle.
It's great
but I'll cry really hard. So I'm like, I don't know. Well, yeah. Are you? Yeah.
Lauren told me. I don't think we didn't even talk about it. She just went Slytherin, and I was like,
yes.
Oh, okay.
And then you were like, you need to explain, because I don't think you were convinced. I remember one of the things that I said.
Wanted a reason.
Well, I remember one of the things that you said got you is that I was like, this person is clearly surprised that this happened.
Yeah.
Like she was not expecting this. She's just like, she's talking about life with this person. Mm-hmm. She's like, this is what it's like, and it feels nice, and it feels like I like it. And then she's like, I think I'm in love. She's like, and she's so taken aback by it. And it's also, oh my God, the fucking chorus gets me. You can hear it in the silence, and you can hear it in the way home, and you can see it with the lights out. It's very, and I don't want to say that this is only Slytherin, because it's definitely not, but it's a very It's a very confident and quiet and just like solidly, steadily there. Like there's so much trust in that feeling in this song. There's like no worry that it'll go away. There's no concern
That's
for
true.
what you have to do to make this person stay, what you have to be, what you have to look like. She's just like, I'm me and he's him and we are in love and it's surrounding. We're dancing. We're in a snow globe dancing round and round. And like he keeps a picture of me in his office downtown. And now you understand why they lost their minds and fought the wars. It's because of this feeling. It's I'm gonna start crying. It's a really, it
and
really
now you
affects
understand.
me.
Now you understand why Gryffindors are so fucking insane.
It really affects me.
It's because of love.
This song gets at the heart of what. And so then I'm like, is this really a Slytherin song, or is it just that like this is how I think of love, and I'm attributing that to Slytherin? But I don't know. This is how I understand love to be, to just be there. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's to call back to what I was saying earlier, to like, you only have so many people as a Slytherin that you have this like ridiculous trust in. I want to say something in comparison about somebody, but it's a character we're currently sorting and Rachel doesn't know where they go yet. So I can't say what I want to say.
Just make a note of it. You can tell me.
I know. It's, and it doesn't really even need to be said, but it's just about the trust thing with Slytherins, that it's just like there, and then it's always like you truly bad blood. Like you have to truly rip at something to get rid of it. Whereas I think with other houses, like for example, Gryffindors trust so many people because it doesn't, like even people who could easily be bad, because it just doesn't occur to them that you would do, like why would you do that?
Yeah, and I could just cut you out if you do. Like, it's not gonna kill me.
But it's like, but it's like, why would you do, like it's like, but I like you, so why would you betray me?
Right.
Slytherins don't have
cataclysmic for
yes. You. I can't talk about it anymore because I really was starting to tear up. But this is deeply, if a Slytherin explained love, like romantic, true love to you, like this is what it is. Like it's like the one thing that there's not a logic explanation around. Like it just this is what's around us.
Yeah. She put crack in this album.
It's crazy because this isn't even about.
This just happened to me with Clean. I was like trying not to cry while talking about it.
I know. This is it, that like we're not bringing in the context of Taylor, but she did not write this about anything that she had experienced at the time.
It's about her friends that were lovers that she was observing.
Witnessing this. Yes. So I think
that's so pretty.
I think that makes it even deeply more because she's able to observe it and see it in someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
beautiful.
But ignore all that because we're not talking about the context of Taylor.
True that. Sometimes it sneaks through. What are you going to do? New Romantics is funny. It confused me for half a minute. I was like, hold on. This could be about 3 different houses. What's going on here?
We're all
bored.
But
ultimately, if I can't find my way through a song and I'm really confused, I bring it back home to Slytherin, which is where this one lands. You know, we know exactly what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. I can build a castle out of all the bricks you've thrown at me. Like, whatever.
Yeah. Every day is like a battle, but every night with us is like a dream. Reminds me of Blank Space. The only thing
it's all in the timing. It's poker. He can't see it in my face, but I'm about to play my ace.
Even this look like we're too busy dancing to get knocked off our feet. It's like Shake It Off.
Yeah. We need love, but all we want is danger. We team up and then switch sides. Yeah. This is like carefree Slytherin. She's not committed. She's not.
Yeah, it is. This lyric, the rumors are terrible and cruel, but honey, most of them are true. It's one of my favorite lyrics she's ever written.
She's like, you pegged me.
So funny.
You got it.
I love that.
You got it.
I love when she calls herself a traitor. It's excellent. She does it on Getaway Car too. We'll talk about that. I love it.
Yeah, she does. She's like, you got me. Like some of that Blank Space stuff is not that dramatic because I've done it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going to tell you which parts, but yeah, no, this is just a Slytherin having fun. It's a little cheeky, little like, you've got me somewhat figured out, but also I'm just here. This is how I have fun. Like,
yeah.
You can keep throwing shit at me, and I'll keep making beautiful music out of it.
Hell yeah, girl. We love that. We love that for her. That is the last one, I think.
Everything
that
else
we
is
talked deeply about, the vault tracks. I think.
What do you mean we didn't talk deeply about the vault tracks?
We didn't even need to talk about them. They're very obvious. We sorted them
as they came out. I think that's the first time we'd ever done that.
Yeah. It was easy. These are very easy. Slut's a very Gryffindor song. Very, 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 very Gryffindor song. And you can look at it like pathetic Gryffindor. You could. But I actually think of it more. I, again, see Serena van der Woodsen in my head with this one. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just, she's there. This is her fucking song.
You call me a slut, it might be worth it for once.
Yeah, but it was
worth it for her every time.
She falls in love is exactly like this. Every single time. She's not lying about any of it. She really did get like lovesick, love struck all over her bed, all over, like, it's very that kind of Gryffindor. And then also the it's a big mistake. It might blow up in your face, and I'm not saying you should do it, but you're gonna do it. Like, you should do it. I'm not saying you're in love with me,
but you will.
You're gonna be. So like, it's that kind of confident Gryffindor who feels like deeply in love, like drunk in love. That's a crazy place to be. It's a really wild. I don't know. It's her. Wherever she falls, it's her, Serena.
Yeah, everyone wants him. That was my crime. Wrong place at the right time.
Yeah.
There's
a character coming up that, oh man, I don't even know when we're doing it, but it's a Gryffindor woman, and we've talked about her being Gryffindor woman. This is another. She's exactly like that, exactly like this too. And it's like daring you. Yeah, call me a slut. That's fine.
Is it is it what we're doing with a friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Glad I got that out of absolutely never.
Well, be drunk in love.
Yeah, I totally see that with her.
Oh yeah. And I'm not saying you have to be a specific kind of person within the house to feel that way, right? Like, I think many Gryffindors can feel the way that you do in Slut, but it's a specific to a moment that can be memorialized by a character like Serena van der Woodsen. So if you ever want to understand more, just go watch Gossip Girl. That's all I had to say about that one. I love the song, though. Love that song.
It's a really great, and it's totally different than everybody thought it was going to be.
Hell yeah, I love that she did that. That's why I'm excited about Florida with 4 exclamation points.
It's going to
be a party song, but it's going to be horrible. It's going to gut all of us. God. Okay.
Florence and the Machine. Suburban Legends. This is what I was thinking of that we were talking about earlier. Suburban Legends.
Call back to what the hell you're talking about. I don't remember.
The song where now I don't remember what the song was that you were like, there's a song like this.
Man, we've been talking a long time.
I know. Fuck, what was it? Oh, we were talking about Holy Ground, I think. Like, yeah. And I was like, Suburban Legends is what you're thinking of. Yeah.
Yes. This one was so immediately Slytherin to me. The core, it's crazy. Okay, I didn't come here to be your friend. We are born to be so much more than that. And if we do this together, like, our collective impact together, like, are you kidding me? We'll be legends. Like, this is what we're supposed to do.
We were born to be national treasures.
The fucking you kiss me in a way that's going to screw me up forever.
Yeah.
Sold it. It's done. You're done. Yeah. That's a Slytherin.
It's also that this is another fantasy song where she's imagining them in a like high school and that they're high school lovers and that they're going to come back for their reunion and everybody's going to be like, I can't believe you made it. That's so Slytherin to me that she was like, you all thought that we were too fucked up for each other and we weren't going to make it and our star signs were all wrong for each other.
It's like if Chuck and Blair made it. Like, it didn't make it.
I'm still happy. We're still happy. We were born to be national treasures. We're suburban legends, baby.
These are very Gossip Girl.
She was like, we came out of this stupid ass, tiny ass school with all y'all saying we wouldn't make it, and we're back at this reunion. We made it. That's exactly the kind of fantasy I would have, like a fuck you to everyone fantasy.
Why not? That's a fun one. Yeah, I broke my own heart because you were too polite to do it. That's calling back to another song we just sorted as Slytherin, where she talked about that. So this is a very obvious Slytherin one. To me it was. Oh no, Say Don't Go is. Lauren made me put it in Gryffindor. She's so mean.
Lauren made me.
She forced my hand. I don't want to put it in Gryffindor. It's too.
Do you think it doesn't belong in Gryffindor?
It's not that. It's just that it's too It's too exposing. I don't like how this one makes me feel.
We've already had some for Slytherin like that, so now it's your turn.
Yeah, but it feels bad.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Oh my God.
It does feel bad. It does feel bad when she does this to you.
This is like what I felt in high school, like a lot. It's horrible. Like, oh.
Bro, the opening is so hard. I've known it from the very start. We're shot in the darkest dark. Oh no, I'm unarmed. The waiting is a sadness fading into madness. Oh no, it won't stop.
Oh no, it won't stop. I cannot tell you, like, that is such a Gryffindor feeling. Like, I can't control it. You guys don't understand. I don't have control over it. Like, I don't care how much therapy you throw us into. I can't control it. And it's like, it sends you into a real spiral and panic because you're like, I don't want to fucking feel. I rationally know better than to feel this way, but it won't stop. Can someone make this stop? I don't want this. It's horrible. Oh, it's a horrible place to be in your mind. Oh, ow. I don't want to talk about this song.
There's so much you can say about this song, though. It is very, I can say this totally detached emotionally, which is probably like, I could talk about it a lot more. This is
how he made her feel, okay?
Yeah, so I'm standing on a tightrope alone makes me think of Mirrorball a little bit, which we haven't talked about yet. But I'll hold my breath a little longer halfway out the door, but it won't close. And I'm holding out.
Yeah, we get it. You're never leaving.
Yeah, no. She's like, I should leave, but I'm not going to. And all you have to do is say don't go. The fucking where is it? Where she's like, if you say I say I love you and you say nothing back. Like, why? And she's like, why'd you have to lead me on? Why'd you have to twist the knife? Like, it's so Gryffindor.
The other person's fault, though. We're good people.
It's because it's very telling too that she, although we know who this is about and we know what happened, we can't do that when there's no context. So she never really says that this person like promised her anything, right? So the way that she's singing it, it's like she's holding out hope when there is no indication that there should be hope.
I mean, she was led on in a sense, but yeah, it's because you can't let go of the hope as a Gryffindor. You can't. Someone has to really murder it, and then you can let go of it. But they got to kill it. Can't kill it yourself. It's our plague. Go ahead and move on to the next one. Our plague. Now that we don't talk, yay, Ravenclaw.
It's my favorite vault song from 19.
Fantastic.
Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I thought we were another one. My second favorite.
Yeah, me too. You grew your hair long, you got a new icon. It's like, it's the Ravenclaw, again, sort of asking questions like,
she's got them nailed. That? She's got them nailed at this point.
You wouldn't have had to change that. I actually don't like it. I like when you were the other way.
She's like, but I guess it's not my place to stay. So moving on.
Yeah, I mean, what did you tell your friends? Like, what did you tell these people?
It not wasn't platonic. It's just ended. That's so.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't. We can't even be friends. Like, it's just over.
And she's like, and I even tried to pretend to like the things you like, but thank God I don't have to do that anymore.
And she's like, and it's kind of a bummer that it's over because I have no say in your life anymore, which like I enjoyed, but oh well. And the song just ends. Like it's just like, all right, done with that.
But the whole part where it ends like that, like the only way to maintain my dignity was to become a mystery again.
Yeah,
it really struck me as Ravenclaw.
Like I was
too. Like,
when you were chasing me.
Like you were trying to figure me out.
The fact that she acknowledges that too, like that's the reason that you came after me. Is because I was some big mystery to you.
Yes. Very Ravenclaw. And then we get to Is It Over Now, which is...
This is my favorite vault song. Yep.
Wonderful song.
I had this memorized like immediately. That's how good it is.
Yeah, it's very, very good. That you search in every maiden's bed for something greater line. That's fucking good. This is a Slytherin. And again, it's because it's a really personal one. She puts too much personal detail in this one for it to go anywhere else. But mostly it's that repeating, did you think I didn't see you? Yeah. Did you think I didn't see you? I had the decency to keep my shit quiet. People talked.
Like I was doing stuff too, but like I wasn't out there with it.
And then like I think about jumping off of very tall somethings so you come running. Like I think every girl
slightly
probably
embarrassing.
I really do think that's a universal girl thing where it's like, do something crazy and make you care.
You can see how she pulls it back though, which makes it slither. She's like, but no, that won't work.
Right.
But no.
Yeah, she does not do it. She's just like, I thought about it.
She doesn't Bella
Swan
thought about
it. I specifically thought about it after I thought about the fact that I kept my shit discreet and quiet and silent, and you were out here acting like a fucking frat boy loser, okay, getting paparazzi'd. And sorry, I made it personal again, but you kind of have to. Yeah, you kind of have to with this one.
Yeah. Not maybe people saw you. Okay, people saw you, and it was public,
and made me really upset. But it's also like really reflective. Like I don't know when this ended. Was it over when you hooked up with her?
When you fucked up? When I fucked up? Like what? Like what happened?
I don't know where it went wrong, but it is very did.
And it is very like not so much Ravenclaw, like I need to collect all this data, but it's like so one of the things I think I've noticed is that Slytherins do get a little more emotionally logistical. Like they want to understand. Ravenclaws don't necessarily need to understand the emotions behind things. They're like, just straight up tell me and I'll figure it out.
Sure.
I feel like Slytherins are more like, I want to understand the emotions that pushed you to do this. Because we like to manipulate them, right? Or we like to mold them or shape them, even sometimes just in ourselves. But yeah, this one is very like, what was the emotional context behind all of this happening here? Like, I don't even know what like lots of crazy shit. Like you did stuff, I did stuff. Like what happened? Is it over now? I truly don't know.
It's true. It's a genuine question because we both kind of fucked this up. I mean, I was more decent about it than you were, but
right.
Yeah, that's a Slytherin song. And overall, you want to tally it up for them?
Oh, it's Slytherin, deeply.
It's a Slytherin album,
let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Slytherin songs. I think Gryffindor is the next most.
Was it like
six Gryffindor songs.
Oh.
3 Ravenclaw, and then 1 Hufflepuff.
All right. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for it? Boom, 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 psh, boom, 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 boom. That was probably copyrighted.
Big reputation.
I was going to stop showing at the words.
Hello. It is time for rep. One of the funnest nights, one of the funnest parts of the Eras tour. Okay. Fucking great set. Reputation's unhinged, but also like simultaneously falling deeply in love in a really honest way. So it's a really funny and fun album.
Yeah, so many people are like, this is a revenge album. This is a sneaky falling in love album. It's more of a love, I would argue, more of a love album than Lover is.
It is a Lover's like, I'm already in love with you, and I'm like, I'm so happy and having fun.
And Lover's
also,
like a tribute to all kinds of love too, right? This is like, yeah.
This is one really big, important love. Sadly. Ready for it. Can I please just say, like, on the record, this can't be about Joe Alwyn.
What do you mean it can't be about Joe Alwyn? Are you ready for it?
He wasn't a killer when you saw him.
Rachel.
What?
She's a little delulu at the time.
Yeah. I really don't like that she was delulu about this fucking loser. He has a big reputation. Anyway.
We can't do the context of her, so I can't get into why she probably said that.
Okay. All right, we'll move away. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Moving away from her.
Outside of the, so not knowing that this isn't actually about a man with a big reputation. Clearly, it's a Slytherin song, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She's like, you and me are the same. We understand each other. There's not a ton to say about this one, to be totally honest.
You knew I was a robber when you first saw me, right?
Yeah.
And you knew that I do this to people. But you know that I'm a thief, and you can be my jailer, and we can play this little game together forever. Mm-hmm. And every love I've known in comparison is a failure. Girl, she went woo-woo.
She's like, all these other ones have sucked.
Yeah.
No, she's like, truly, she's like, you're a match for me. And when I play games, you're going to know exactly what game I'm playing. You're going to play back. And I love that for us.
So fun.
Yeah.
Love that for us. Let the games begin.
We are great together. I cannot wait for this to start. It's going to kick off.
It's a really quintessential Slytherin
It is.
song.
Yeah, it is.
Really,
and you know,
she's
totally, again, the Slytherin fantasies, like, we'll move to an island. Like, she's like, we're just going to be alone together playing our silly little games that are probably masochistic to other people.
That's
we
so
love
funny.
them.
They're really fun, though. I'm glad to see that they're fun.
It's extremely straightforward Slytherin song.
Endgame is too. Sorry.
She's also bragging really to everybody else, obviously. It's like a public song that she's like, look how great this is for me. And you're not a part of it. And I'll never let you see it.
Yeah. That's a funny one. It's a funny one for your house. Endgame is also like really obviously Slytherin to me, but it's a little deeper than the unhingedness of the last song. This is like really, we're two people that we matter. Like in this scale, which again, how it's about anyway, I'm going to pretend it's about two characters who have big reputations and are very important in the scope of what they do. And she knows people are going to talk about this and like, it's going to be a big deal. So I'm just going to let you know really, really honestly, I don't want to be something that you like walk away from ever. I don't want to be like these other bitches that you like left behind. I'm trying to make this permanent. To say like I want to be your endgame,
which is a big theme of this whole like album.
Huge.
Yeah, like this one's gonna work. Like she's telling all of us now, and I can say this outside the context of Taylor and inside the context of this is the same person who wrote all the other albums that we just evaluated. She is telling us now, I am being extremely intentional about this relationship. I'm like setting it up.
This work.
I'm creating the base. It's going to be healthy. Like this is the shit. and it's going to be a while.
She gets like silly with it.
She's like, I picked the right person to do this. I know that he is, and we're doing it.
It's just funny because the song, that shit that she's saying in the song is so serious. And then she gets to like the final verse where she's like, I swear I don't love the drama. It loves me. Like she's being so goofy.
I don't love the drama. It loves me.
But immediately she's like, your handprint's on my soul. Like this is over. Like you called my bluff on everything and you're right.
Another theme in this album is how much this other person understands her. And like understands what she's doing. Like understands her as a Slytherin. Like they see exactly what she's doing and are good with it.
There's a song on Midnight's.
I just remembered what I was thinking of, the Little Sister song. I'm so excited. Good. It's coming.
Yay.
Yay. But no, and it's so that's a theme that she's like, this other person understands me and sees what I'm doing and likes it. And I like that.
I love that.
She's like, she's like, I don't. Because that's what it is for a Slytherin, right? It's not about like getting away with things necessarily. Like if we need to, it's about tricking people into what we are. But the like ultimate like platinum level is that somebody sees you doing this and is like, I really like they're seeing you, you know?
Yeah.
And not, you know, you don't have to fool yourself into thinking like maybe they don't like me because I'm acting the way they want me to.
I don't know what it is for the other houses. For Gryffindors, it's similar in a sense that it's like you think it's funny when I'm mad. That's really important because I'm mad a lot of the time. Like, I'm a really big, loud, it's a big, loud personality. Even if you're like a weird, broody, emo one, that's loud. You're loud about that, right? So for someone to love you through that, to see you and intentionally love you through it, big fucking deal. That's exactly what that is for a Slytherin.
Yeah, no, it's because I think Slytherins, it's not necessarily imposter syndrome, but it's always in the back of their head that like, did I make this person like me or do they like me? Because we're so confident in our ability to make something happen that we're never truly sure whether it would have happened organically. So
we're going to circle back to that with the leadership.
Yeah. But she, in this album, she's being like, he saw me and I think it would have happened anyway, but I'm going to do it anyway because he likes that. Like, but he sees it. Another big thing on this album, which we'll get into in specific songs, it's not in this song. She's big into like being possessed by this guy, which like not like a ghost, but like this guy like owning her.
She wants to belong to him.
Yeah. But not in like a dumb way. She's like, I'm letting him because I love him that much. But he knows that he can't control me. But you know, I don't know. That's a big thing.
I'm willingly giving myself.
Which is also I think a very Slytherin theme.
It is, hugely.
I'm controlling the terms in which you own me. So
right. What kind of dom sub shit is this? I really
my favorite
like
song.
I really like love. I did something.
It's my favorite song on this album.
This song is fucking wild. This song makes me feel like a villain every time I listen to it. Like crazy villain.
This is grown up Blank Space. Where she's like, let me give you some specifics. She's like, this is what I do with the narcissist. This is what I do with the playboys. They talk shit, I owe them nothing. He drops my name, spends my change. He had it coming. Like, why are you all upset about this? They did these things.
Why are you saying that it's bad for me to do
She's like,
these are the really fair things?
These are the consequences of dumbass actions. And I'm airing that shit right now. Like, you can't do this to me. Sorry.
Even like specifically down to the person where the guy is saying like, come on, don't throw away a good thing. Right. She's like, my face is on fucking fire right now. I'm so angry that you would dare say that to me after spending my fucking money, wasting my time, dropping my name for your own shit. And you think I'm not going to fucking destroy it? Are you serious?
She's like, you got to leave before you get left. She's like, I'm not going to be made a fool of when this was not serious for you.
No, it wasn't serious for me either. I will not be made to look a fool.
Yeah, no. And at the end, when she's like, they're burning all the witches, even if you aren't one. So fine, fucking burn me up. Like you've got your receipts and reasons and your whatever. Good. Like, yeah, like she's like, fine, because I know I'm not in the wrong. And this whole song just told you why I'm not in the wrong. And I'm very right. There is nothing disputable in this explanation.
And let me prove that to you. I would do it all again.
Right.
Over and over, multiple times, in fact.
Yeah.
Just to lead me back here again for you to like burn me at the stake.
Like I fucking
I'll feel
it
correct.
Fucking felt good. Yeah. It's like fucking, if it floats, it must be a witch. She's like, fucking burn me up because I'll be back. Because I didn't do anything wrong. And I'll keep not doing it wrong.
Oh, is it bad?
I love it.
Is it bad? Then why is it feel so good? Why is it so fun?
Is it bad, baby? Oh, you didn't like it when I called you a fucking clingy mess because you dropped my name at your club and I called you insignificant? I'm so sorry. Was that bad? It felt good. It must not be that bad.
Can't be that bad, then. I guess not. This song is, I like this one better than Blank Space. It's really adult.
Yeah.
It is like, fully stepped into your power. Like, I love it. I fucking love this song.
Fucking everything about.
We didn't say it's Southern. Duh.
The fucking hood she wears in the concert. Oh my God. Everything. It's perfect. Everything about it is perfect.
This is a.
She's kept it from me for too long. Had to come out with a whole new ass album rather than give me I did something bad again.
I know. Oh, it's so good.
Rachel, this one's all you.
What? Oh, come on. This is all me. This is all Wanda from fucking Marvel. Okay, this is her fucking song. But no, yeah, this is like so. The first 3 songs on this album are steadily like deeper and deeper into a. I'm not gonna say an unhinged Slytherin, but deeper and deeper into like coming into the truth of what a Slytherin thinks about things and like. Just really confidently saying with their full chest, like, I'm right about fucking everything. You people are losers. Like, if you can't get on board with it, whatever, fine. I have this person that I love, and I'm going to make it work. And that's fine. And it slowly gets, like, steadier and steadier into that. And I don't know what she did here. I don't know why she went insane. Like, something happened. So the vessel was like, this is like if you took the first 3 songs and then literally did set them on fire. She's like daring you in the last song. Like, no, really, light me, like, burn me. I don't care. And then they do. And this is what happens. Like, while she's in the flames. This is the insanity. This is the insane result of it.
Exorcism.
It's, no, she needs to be exercised. Like, she does it in the concert because it's like, it's a really clear moment of where, like, you need to be doused in fucking holy water. Like, calm the fuck down. But you can't because you're a Gryffindor and love made you fucking insane. My jug is my baby. We've talked about lines alluding to this type of shit in other songs, but in this one, I don't know. She went full like really.
She fully left her. She abandoned all logic, all of her beliefs. She's just like
I'm gonna cross every line.
She gave herself over entirely to like emotion and insanity. She was like,
yeah.
I
as a Gryffindor, am worried for her in this song. I'm like, babe, what are we doing here? And she's like,
I was going to say, it's incredible how it like builds too. Like it starts out when she sings it, you're like, oh, this might be another Slytherin song. When she's like, I've been breaking hearts a long time, toying with those older guys, just play things for me to use. You're like, oh, okay. She's like in the same bend where she's like, yeah, this is what I do. And it's not bad. Like, it's fine that I'm doing this. And then she's like,
yeah, no.
She's like, actually, I would kill myself. I would jump off a cliff. I would die. I would stab myself in the heart. I would Romeo and Juliet.
This is what happens to Gryffindor, right?
Snort like we can heroin straight up my brain.
Super easily can be the kind of Gryffindor that flirts and it means nothing and breaks hearts and doesn't care. Like, it's super easy for a Gryffindor to do that if they don't care, right? But then you meet a person you do care about, and I'm going to throw away all of my convictions and my morality, and I'm going to cross every fucking line. I'm going to lose my mind, and everyone's going to say that I went too far, and I don't care. It's not my fault. It's not my fault because you're crack, and shove yourself up my fucking nose. And like, yeah, I'm insane, but I'm your insane baby.
The
like,
thing that makes this most insane too is most Gryffindor songs are like this. I don't know why. It's like the bar is on the floor. She's like, I would fall from grace if you'd touch my face. She would literally, she's literally like, I will give up God. I will renounce all holiness if you would just touch my face.
Yeah, she's
like, if you tried to walk away, I would drop to the floor. My forehead be to the ground. I would beg you. I would beg you to stay. Like,
I quite literally need to be hitting this crack pipe for the rest of my life. It's wild. And I get so high every time
gave herself over to it.
She's literally, the whole thing is about a person being a drug to you. And I've already told you, like, the person who wrote Clean needs to come in here and fix this person. This is what happens, and this is why you need Clean after, okay? I hope that's apparent to you now. Let's go ahead and move on from that fucking insanity. It's probably like my favorite song on the album, though. It's insane. I love that song.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
well,
crazy.
There you go. That kept in line with your.
Sure, I guess so. It's that or Getaway Car. Like, they might be tied.
All right. Delicate. This is a lot of people I know's favorite songs on this album. It's a banger.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's nice.
It's not. It's fun. It's like, I like it, but it's not in my top 5 even.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just exactly what Lauren was just saying before. About, oh my God.
Yeah.
My brain's gonna stop
My
working.
reputation's never been worse, so you must like for me.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very, I was thinking about that too. There's no tricks here. There's nothing. I'm not at my highest popularity. I'm not like making everybody love me. So you must just like me, which is crazy. That's awesome. Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that this is like maybe unsavory to say, like maybe it's weird to just come right out and say, like, I know it's delicate. I get that. Is it cool that I did it? And then the repetition, it's like what we were talking about before with Out of the Woods. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay?
This is
delicate,
the song. This is the song I was thinking of. I think this is Mastermind's little sister in the sense that in Mastermind, when she says, when I saw you at the club, I knew I was going to fuck you. This is in that moment. She's in the moment right now. She's like, it's delicate. She's maneuvering it. She's like, is it cool that I did all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? Because I know this is like it could go either way. Mm-hmm. But she's being she's maneuvering the situation. Really she's like, aren't I cute and like coy? And like, I'm like a little like, hey, I like you. But is that cool? Like, are you good with this? Is it chill that that you're in my head? Like, I'm thinking about you a lot. Do you like that?
But it also just leans back to what you were saying before about, did I make it happen or is it real? Because this is about a person that you're worried, like, they've probably heard, like, if you're a person with a big reputation, maybe they've heard about, like, the shit you've done or you've pulled before. Like, maybe you know, right? Like, and the problem here now is I really want you. Like, I really want you. And, like, I'm saying that and I'm admitting that. Is that okay considering who I am? Like, do you actually accept me for what I am? because it's heavy, and this is already delicate ground, and that strikes me as a big Slytherin train of thought.
Yes, I love making that connection though. I was like, oh, this is the moment in the club when she was like, when I saw you, I knew I was gonna like I knew I was gonna make it happen. All the stars aligned, and it's like it's calling back to fucking Are You Ready For It, where she was like, I met the person that I knew that I was gonna have a big, solid relationship with.
It also
like you were the person.
What, you were saying about the person.
We're supposed to take it out of context, but she truly did like pick him, right? Like she was in another relationship. But
you said something before that reminded me of this song where it's like this person's special because they see it. Mm-hmm. They know what I'm doing. And like they're fine with it. And that also calls back to Mastermind. It's the same thing that happens in Mastermind.
That was
I can see how it's a sister song.
That was Endgame. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little sister song. Because it's not like same themes or anything, but it's like this was the moment. Because Midnight's is a callback album.
Mm-hmm. Look What You Made Me Do is probably the funnest song on the album.
Everybody hates this song.
I love this song. And this is Mia's favorite. This is Mia's favorite song.
She's like, it's played too much.
No, it's perfect. This is a perfect song. What is there to say except that this is a person who was burnt and you fucked with me. You actually framed me, which I really can't deal with. I do not like being framed. But you know what? That's okay. I'll completely reinvent myself and fuck your shit up. And you only have yourself to blame now. Look what you made me do, right? Over and over again. I'm just reminding you over and over again, constantly, you made me do this. This is your fault. Okay? Which is so funny because it's
I was just gonna say what's really funny about this album is that it's not a spoiler. It's mostly Slytherin. The couple of songs that aren't, and her Slytherin songs, like we've already said, are very insightful and true to like Slytherin thinking, what a Slytherin is. Anytime she veers off of Slytherin in this album, it's all unhinged.
Yeah, this is insane. And I just want to say that in the Eras tour, Don't Blame Me has a mashup with Look What You Made Me Do. Like, don't blame me for what you made me that do. Is, if you recall the scene in Multiverse of Madness when Wanda is in the air with Doctor Strange.
This is me being
that
reasonable.
That mashup where he's like, that's fine, but you're going to make me do this to you. Like, look what you did. And it's just that. It's like two beams of light, like fucking the shit up out of each other, like bad. Like the most insane you could possibly go. So that's what that reminds me of. I've been waiting to say that for so long to record this episode. That like the Eras mashup of these two is Doctor Strange and Wanda.
You could have said that to me privately. Do you want the reveal?
I guess I could have, but yeah, I wanted to be the most dramatic. Yeah, I'm sorry. Ravenclaws have a revenge kink, and this one is hugely.
I think the song is great. Like they were like, it plays on the radio too much, and then they don't like the whatever, like the beats too simple or whatever. It's
stupid. This is an excellent song.
Look what you've made me do. Like I didn't want to do it to him. I didn't want to do it.
This is exactly what I was talking about with Blank Space. This is a different list. I've got a list of names and yours is in red underline. And then I'm Santa. I'm evil Santa. I check it once and then I check it twice. And karma's going to get you. And I'm karma. I'm going to fucking kill you. And you made me do it. This is like when Ravenclaws go real batty. So enjoy that about yourself.
No,
you have this within you.
Hey, I'll go into this a little bit. Like, yeah. It's the whole, like, and it's the, like, she's listing out the reasons too, right? And she's like, This is what I don't like about it. Like, you invited me in, and then you locked me up, and you threw a feast. Like, what the fuck? You framed
me.
Yeah, you framed me. She's like, you. It's also the, like, honey, I rose it from the dead. I do it all the time. She's like, what? Like, it's hard? Like, what do you think you're doing to me? You're just making me destroy you. Yeah, like, you said the gun. And it's how she's so, you said the gun was mine wasn't cool. That's not how I would react to that sort of thing.
No, me neither.
Like, she was framed and she's like, that wasn't cool. Look what you've made me do now.
Now I have to actually get a gun. And like, I didn't want to do that. So whatever though.
People say this is cringe. I love it. But this is so Raven. I'm sorry. The old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Why? Oh, because she's dead. Like, that one's gone,
That's
bitch.
Rick Grimes. That's Rick Grimes being deleted and having a new system.
As you sit cowering in fear in your locked up house, waiting for me to come get you, not knowing where I will come from or when, or if I will ever come. You just think about the fact.
The night. I am the danger.
You just think about the fact that this new me is because of you. The other one's dead because of you.
I love that it's dramatic and silly and ridiculous.
So do I.
Leave her alone.
I love it.
Let her fucking play her game. She's having fun. I don't like So It Goes.
It's definitely not my favorite on this album.
It's really clearly Slytherin though. Met you in a bar, Eyes on Me, you're illusionist, right? I make your gray days clear. Where you and I'm not usually like this, but you actually make me jealous. But in the same vein, I have your heart skipping a beat when I'm gone. So it's not just me. You're not just affecting me this way. And like that. Well, come on, that's everything for a Slytherin. It's also the equal there.
It's so easy when we're in private and we're alone together. Like I don't even have to think about it. She's like, it's a little harder when we're out in public, and I'm not totally sure how we're supposed to present ourselves to people. Right. That's so Slytherin. It
really is.
She's like, and you did a number. See this, and this is why it's not Ravenclaw. Like Ravenclaws are counting. Apparently, we already talked about that in one. Like I didn't realize you were keeping score. I don't remember what song that was.
No, we were talking about how they do not like it when you keep score on them. And I will say that Slytherins do keep score, and it matters a lot. Like that this person is actually having an effect and you're having an effect on them back. It needs to be tit for tat. But I don't think a Slytherin could possibly fall.
You did a number on me, but baby, who's counting is what it's like. She's it's again, that trusting in the love thing where she's like, it doesn't matter at this point. Like we just are what we are. That's like what this whole song is. Like they're in public and she's like, I'm not sure how to act. And then they move into private and she's like, now I know exactly how to act. We don't have to count. Right. That's like, it scratches down your back, lipstick on your face. I'm yours to keep and I'm yours to lose. Yeah, they're getting it on and it's totally natural and they're in love and nothing is interfering with it. It's not we run. There's nothing coming after them. She's not paranoid. Yeah. She's like, this just is what it is and I love it. So it goes. Yeah. She's like, and it will continue like this forever because that's what I want.
So I say, and so it shall be.
Yep.
Gorgeous is a great song. This is a phenomenal song.
It's definitely number 2 for me now on this album.
It's a great song.
It went up there real fast. The more and more I listen to it, I fucking love this song. This is again.
This is really exposing Southern.
No, it is. It is, but it's doing it in a good way. It's not doing it in a fucking shake it off way.
It's not embarrassing. No, it's not embarrassing.
And this is the first time I'm going to talk about the music. That fucking triangle is so sarcastic. It's so Slytherin. She this whole song is that she's like, I hate it that you're making me feel like I'm really into you and I can't control it. And it's like your fault, honestly. Like it's your fault I made fun of your accent. Like you made me do that.
It's your fault you're this cute. Pretty.
You're so gorgeous. She's like, I got a boyfriend. He's doing whatever he's doing. And
I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
But you're you. And she's like, you want to come home with me? Like jokes, but do you? You won't because I have a boyfriend. Don't do it. I'm just going to go home to my cats. But honestly,
wink.
She's like, wink, wonk. Yeah, but she's like, but you're making me feel things. And I don't like admitting that. Yeah. You make me so happy it turns back to sad. There's nothing I hate more than what I can't have. Yeah. You make me so gorgeous it makes me so mad. Like that whole thing is so honestly Slytherin. Like so straight to the core of a Slytherin.
She says repeatedly too, like, I'm furious at you.
And I'm so furious for making me feel this way. Yeah. Yeah. But what can I say? You're gorgeous. Yeah. And she's trying to play it off like it's like, oh, he's just cute. So this is like surface level, like, oh, you're just so gorgeous. It's very deep. It's very deep that she's like, yeah. And that's what she's doing with the fucking triangle too. When it's like, ding. She's just like, oh yeah, he's just gorgeous and pretty. And I'm just like candy, like window shopping. It's very nice. But she's like deep, deep into it.
She definitely is. Let's see. Okay. next? Oh, Getaway. What a fantastic, excellent song about Tom Hiddleston.
Did we ever sort him officially?
I don't think so.
I think he might be a Slytherin.
He could be.
I think that's partly why she did what she did to him, because I think she was like, he'll get it. I think she was
this poor guy.
It'll be fine.
This poor fucking guy. Listen, she's really honest in this one. This is another one where she literally calls herself a traitor. She's like, you have to understand, I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to get out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to be free of this. And you're feeling me, but I need you to really like be real. Look at what I'm doing here and look at what I'm using you for. Understand that you're being used. Like, wake up.
Get over it. Like, you
a circus and a love story.
Think about where you met me. There's no way that you thought that this was the thing. You had to have known all along. So I don't feel that bad about it, because if you didn't realize what was happening, you're stupid. So like,
nothing good can start the way that we started. And you have to know that. Like, you got to know. You have to know that I was going to turn you in.
To get somewhere else, and it worked. Thank you.
This is
it's not my fault if you have any negative feelings at all about this experience, because I never said.
No, this is Catherine from Vampire Diaries song. Like, there's no, I don't regret it. Like, you should have known. It's not my fault you're not as smart as me.
Yep. Essentially. Not that Tom Hiddleston deserved that, but
no, poor dude.
But she needed to get away from Calvin Harris. So.
Sweetie pie.
Notice we haven't sorted him because she has not sung a single thing about him yet.
He's a loser.
Other than to say, I've got a boyfriend, he's older than us, he's in the club doing I don't know what.
He's a fucking brat. I do not like that man. Ugh. King of my heart. Oh, yep. Hufflepuff, you got one.
There's your song on this album. This is the song that is most you showed up for me and I'm giving myself over to you, which is why it's Hufflepuff. It's very belonging together, fitting together, more than like I found the person, because it's like I found my match. I found the person I can do this for. Fucking, I want to wear his
makes me think
initial on a chain around my neck, not because he owns me, but because he really knows me.
This is dumb, but it reminds me of Regina and her
call it what you want.
I'm really sorry. This is a person Daniel. Who has. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a person who already has luxury, and she's singing about her poor boyfriend. Like, and I still love you, even though you're so poor. Like all those boys who had expensive cars, not like you, but you take me somewhere better.
Mm-hmm. Up on the roof with my schoolgirl crush. Yeah, she's like, this is just so real. Like, this is so real. I pay for things. That's real.
Yeah, but she's fine. She's really fine with it. Like, really.
No. She's not making fun of it all.
This is so funny because she's like that way, but she's not.
She's not. She's like, this is. I think she feels like the most equal that she's ever felt in a relationship is what like she's conveying here, and she's like, I'm letting him own my heart, even though he doesn't have all of that stuff, like that fancy stuff. And it's because we belong. I could keep coming back to like they belong together. Like this is where I fit. This is Hufflepuff. This is where usually, I want to be. Yeah.
Usually I want to belong to you. It's really honest too. You guys, she exposed your ass.
Plus, there is nothing more satisfying than going up on the roof with a schoolgirl crush, drinking beer out of plastic cups.
This song really grew on me. I used to hate it, and now I'm like, it's really fun.
I was surprised to hear you say it was cute.
It is. It's cute now.
Because you used to be like,
I hated it. I was like, stop. I was also always scared you were going to give it to Gryffindor, and I was like, please, I fucking can't. I can't deal with that. It's not how I feel about anything. Don't do that. Dancing with Our Hands Tied. What a fucking song.
Mm-hmm.
God.
This is a song. I was going to say, this is... yeah. Oh, this is a Slytherin song. She deeply loves this person. And then she's like, I'm not good for you because of all this stuff. And it's going to turn out bad. And it's going to be bad. And you're going to be upset. And you're going to hate me. Like, I have all these fears that people are going to come between us. And I think it might actually happen. So you really, like, you've got to go. and the person refusing to go. So she's like, this is the relationship. We're dancing with our hands.
Yeah, and she's saying, like, I had a bad feeling about it. It's like almost in retrospect. It's like she's looking back on it, and it did go wrong. And she was like, I knew it. I had a bad feeling the whole time, but like you wouldn't let go, and I really didn't want to let go either. And
it's like I had a bad feeling. Yeah. She's like,
it's hard not to talk about the context of her life in this one, but
I'm
not gonna.
So the whole dancing with their hands tied thing. It's like their hands are tied behind the back because there's nothing they can do, right? She can't make him leave, and she's not going to leave him. And the bad feeling and the public pressure has them like trapped. But she's like, but if we can dance together forever and live in this moment, then we'll be okay.
Yeah. In this moment where it's all burning down. Yeah.
Right. Like we're in a bubble in the middle.
And I would just like to, because this is retrospective and she's looking back on it. She's like, I would go back there to that moment again if I could dance with you again. Like that moment was really powerful. I've just always thought of it as like two people. I don't know why I always think of a hotel room and like two people that are stuck there, like literally hiding from whatever the outside is, and turning this place into, this is why it became Slytherin, into like a sacred area. Like this moment, this bed, this room, it's a sacred oasis. Like the room's burning, but it's like the most important, most special room ever. It's, and I think in the beginning of the song, she's saying like, yeah, we were 25 and we didn't know. Like, it was love at first sight, which is so sweet, and it's funny because she says, how were you to know that this wouldn't work out? I knew.
Yeah. And it's like my love had been frozen. She's like, I was resolved not to do this again, but you painted me golden. Like,
yeah,
it's like you set it up so that I think it could work really well. It's just, and that's the whole thing. She's like, I'm not blaming you. Like nothing you did could ever make this go wrong. Like I chose correctly. She's worried about past things repeating it themselves, right? Like she's worried about the past catching up with her.
Yep.
And she's like, and I can't control any of that. I can control whether or not you get hurt by it. So go. And the guy's like, no. So.
Which makes things very hard.
Yep. So she's like, I guess we're stuck in this moment.
I guess we're trapped together.
Yeah, it's dancing with her hands tied.
I'll put it in a snow globe and go back and look at it. It's beautiful. Dress is George's favorite song.
It's about sex.
He fucking loves this song. He's like, she's so sexy in this one. I'm like, yes. Yes, she is. She's always sexy. That's her secret, Captain. But yeah, no, she's really letting you know in this one, like, he throws down some phenomenal D. And I knew it. And I bought this dress specifically for that. Like, this is a really forward.
It's extreme. And she's being very clear about what she did. She planned it all, right? She's like, I did this and this, so this would happen.
I didn't come here to make friends. All right. I don't want you like a best friend. I don't want you like that. This dress, take it off. And then like never, ever, ever leave my side.
She's exposing her kink to all this too, right? She's like, nobody knows that we're all together. Like we're in public, like pining in anticipation. My hands are shaking from like from holding back from you, from not going to you.
She loves it.
But then when we're in private, take my fucking dress off, carve my name into your bedpost, do all that kinky shit.
Yeah. And then in the middle of all that, like real love, flashback to my mistakes.
Right. Even in my worst times, you could see the best of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I wake up by your side. Anyway, back to the sex. Let's continue that. It's so funny. This is a supremely horny song. I don't know what else to tell you guys.
It is. I am, again, going back to Taylor, sorry. So obviously this love that she had for 6 years with Joe, she considered golden. And I'm wondering if she still considers love that way. And if like the next solid good love she has is golden, or if it changes color again. Which would be sad, I think, because I feel like she found it when she was describing it as golden.
I think that it can be a mixture of colors.
Okay.
Probably red and gold.
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
I'm going to their wedding.
Shut the fuck
and you'll regret it. You'll rue the day.
You'll rue the day. Because I never publicly simped for them, but you'll be invited.
You'll rue the day. You'll
All right, Neville Papperman.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I love this song. Unironically.
So
Unironically. I sing it so loud. Good.
I, for a second, thought this was a Slytherin song. And then I really thought about it.
Yeah. It could be, I guess.
But this is about teaching you a fucking lesson. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, right?
No.
It's like, you broke the things. Look at how nice the things were. We were swimming in the champagne. We were feeling all gasped. Look at what you did. And I have to take the things away now. I get no pleasure from punishing you this way. I really don't. Wink, wink, wink. I don't feel good about this at all, but you did that. It's exactly like, look what you made me do.
It is,
it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it's
like, did you think you didn't think I'd hear about all these things you said about me? She's like, I built the fence back up and you tore it down, and it's like, I'm not the only person you've done this to lately, so I guess it's time for you to learn this lesson. I don't like, you keep doing it. Funny. I don't know. It's like, this is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, and the whole like, she's like, and my mom and my boyfriend and my friends have to deal with all this shit, and it's like, that's lame of you to make them do. Like, this is why we can't have nice things. Like,
I still have all these people.
Yeah,
I still have all this good stuff. My pool is still filled with champagne. You just can't come in. That's so sad for you. Look what you did.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And here's to you, because forgiveness is the right thing to do. I can't say it with a straight face. Like, that's so...
Man.
See, a Slytherin wouldn't do that because they'd be more subtle about it. The Ravenclaw does not give a shit. That was not... They didn't...
No, they want to hurt you. They want to see it on your face.
But they want you to know how little of the... Like, Slytherins will, like, guess how little I think of you. Like, I don't want to have to tell you because then you'll know. Like, it'll look too far. Ravenclaw's like, no. This is how little I think about you. And it doesn't mean anything that I told you. It's like, this is how little.
This is what you did with my kindness. That I actually went out of my way, like, to be nice to you, to invite you in and to be kind and give you my friendship. And this is what you did with it. Well, now I have to do things that maybe, I didn't want to do before. And it's your fault. Look what you made me do. It's literally they're the same. It's the same theme. This is just a little bit more descriptive about why I have to do it now. You made me do it.
This is the lesson I'm teaching.
Oh my God.
So this song,
so funny.
I can't wait to hear it again. She keeps depriving me of it. I was talking to Rachel about this song. Yeah, I was talking to Rachel about this song earlier because she was like, I don't get it. This song is kind of, it's again very telling. It's a Slytherin song. She's literally, my castle crumbled overnight. I brought a knife to a gunfight. They took the crown, but it's all right. She's like, I've lost everything. I've lost my reputation. I lost this fight I was having. I've lost people's perception of me. I lost my popularity. I lost my career. But I have this one person.
Mm-hmm.
He's fit like a daydream, walking with his head down. I'm the one he's walking to. It's like, so you can all call it what you want, but I know what it is, and it's all I need.
Right.
And Rachel's like, I don't get it. It's like, that's all she needs.
Because I couldn't.
That's all she needs.
Something that I've learned just about Slytherin House is, like, really the most important performance is the one they play for themselves. Okay, it's really their opinion is really all that matters. Yeah, like Spike. But I mean, it's a little bit throughout all of you.
Yeah,
it's about pleasing yourself first. It's really important. It is. It's really actually a healthy mindset if you don't go crazy with it like Spike. And this song is really speaking to that.
It is. And she's like, this guy pulled me back up. Like, I was boarded over, never going to let anybody in again. And he built a fire just to keep me warm and, like, shoot everybody away from me. And, like, and he fit himself. She was like, I isolated myself. And he said, I don't want anything from you. I just want to sit beside you. And
I don't need you to save me. Just run away with me. That's it.
Exactly it too. And that guy didn't try to. But that's what she's recognizing that. She's like, I don't need you to save me, just need you to run away with him. And that's what he did. And she's like, he's literally all I needed against everything else. as long as he was there. This
person was truly a lifeline.
This is somewhat embarrassing, but I want to wear his initial on a chain around my neck, not because he owns me, but because he really knows me. She's like, I want to acknowledge what he did for me because he's all I needed, and he did that. He did that. He was the thing.
No,
he was really, my person.
That's a really important.
God, he fucked up.
I don't want to fucking talk about him. You know what, Lauren? If I'm going to be honest with you,
this is not her fault because it's healthy, but she evolved out of needing this sort of thing, and he never he never went with her.
To have entered this relationship this way, and then to become, again, a person who's like whole and is going back to the big reputation and is going back into the world and is like, I don't need to retreat. Like, I'm good. Like, we're good. Let's go do this together.
She's like, I still need you to be my person next to me while I'm doing this. And he can do that. We're not here to talk about this.
A bitch is a bitch. Anyway.
To speculate on what we think we know.
This song is very much like.
Before TTPD even comes out.
I'm in your walls, brother. So, no, this is a really crazily honest, like, deep and meaningful song. And I hate looking at it now.
I know. I always think of that fucking iPhone video of her singing in her little orange socks with the guitar. She was all
she says
he probably wishes it was Dancing with His Hands Tied, where they lived in 2017 forever.
You know, time and time again, a theme in her music is like, I could love you forever.
Yeah.
All you have to do,
because she's willing to do it.
Out. Like,
she's willing to do it. She wants to do it.
She doesn't have a type. She doesn't have a thing. It's just
she loves
a person who's strong enough to stay and to be honest and love her. Why do you all keep fucking it up? It's so easy. Anyway, this is why Gryffindor men are superior, and that will be fine for where we are now. I won't say anything else.
You can say that now because that's what she's currently on. The last Gryffindor did her so dirty.
I can really easily fucking hate him if I need to. Okay, don't get twisted. But
I can too.
But I have a lot of faith in the newbie. A lot of faith. New Year's Day is a beautiful song.
Extremely beautiful, sweet song.
This one always makes me want to cry.
Yeah, it's really simple. It's it's living. Slytherin living in that moment, memorializing that moment. I want all your midnights.
Pretty. It's so pretty.
This kills me. It's a beautiful song. Like, I want to pick up, want to do mundane life things with you. I want all of your midnights. I want to be there for all your midnights. I want to hold on to the memories because they'll hold on to you. Like, it kills me when she starts going into please don't ever become a stranger whose laugh I could let.
I can't.
That's the worst. It's Last Kiss, right? And I'll have to watch you forget me. Like, that's what it is. She's like, please don't ever become a stranger whose laugh I could recognize anywhere.
Talking about that, like, when I was talking about clean, where I can't look at things from the past because I can't deal with that.
Again, because we can't talk about Taylor, but talking about the person who's written all of these songs that we have already talked about, she doesn't want, and I guess you can talk to Taylor in the sense that she is a Slytherin. She does not want you to become she doesn't want, she has the love-hate or not thinking of all. She doesn't want to not think about you at all. You were once her person. She gave that to you. She wants it.
You twat.
She wants it. And all of these people are refusing that gift or whatever. They don't understand what she is offering them. They don't appreciate it at the time.
They don't appreciate it.
And she wants it so badly, and it's just, and she tells them that over and over again through this music. At least I don't know if she does personally, but
candle wax and Polaroids on a hardwood floor.
The new guy right now. I don't understand how he could ever fuck up because all he has to do is listen to all this music and then just not do the things do the things she tells you. I'm just telling
you, right now, that I can see why she is the way she is with him, because after all this shit, after what we're going through with her catalog. And how she's literally giving you the fucking blueprint. He has done everything right. Everything right. Not shying away from questions. Not hiding anything. Being really loud about his being really receptive to things. Gift giving. Receiving. Not being a little fucking bitch about anything. Okay? Just really enjoying it and having fun. That is all this person is asking for, and it's a person who's telling you, I can give you everything. I want to. Let me. But if you are such a little fucking person, if you're the smallest man who ever lived, then maybe you can't deal with that. And maybe we need to get a 6'5" man.
You're a boy who only brings his favorite toys. No, but it's not even just necessarily like she obviously, because she has had moments where she's like, this just isn't working as much as like that was like 1989. Like I had to break my heart because you're too nice.
She was in control of that whole.
Yeah. She's like, I got to break my heart because you're too nice to do it. Yep. Like she does realize at some points, but she still doesn't want to lose. Like, even if there's not romantic love anymore, she's still like, I don't become a stranger to me who fades away.
Right. And you see that with how she is with Harry, too, later. Yeah. Like, sorry again to make it Taylor, but whatever. Sometimes you have to. It's the same person writing, because those were Slytherin songs. And I'm just saying, as coming back to another Slytherin song, the real person, the real narrator of these songs does actually show in real life, like, I can still be your friend. I will send your babies presents. I will still, like, be this. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to be a bitch, then we don't have that. And I really don't want that. I genuinely don't want you to become a stranger. And sometimes people are just fucks and do anyway, which is insane. Insane how you couldn't stay friends with a person like this. But you know what? I don't pretend to understand the mind of losers. Losers!
Did we say what Joe is? We've called him a loser like 50 times.
We think he's a Hufflepuff. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know, but you like props to you too that a Hufflepuff for 6 years. Like, I think they worked.
It could have been forever because she willed it so.
What she wanted.
Then that's not real. The other person has to will it too. Bitch. Anyway. Wait, you just wait till we get to that album.
This was 3 hours.
It was. And this is also a Southern album. Duh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. The whole fucking track list, except for 4 songs, are Slytherin. And then 2 were Ravenclaw, 1 Hufflepuff, 1 Gryffindor. So,
no, this was a deeply personal album.
Can't wait to see the vault tracks. I really can't.
We'll have to do a bonus episode with, like, extra.
Yeah, we'll include the debut and Reputation.
We have to do the rep.
Maybe that's when we'll do the floaty songs, too.
Maybe.
We're talking about, like, should we sort the songs that aren't on albums? Because those are things. Anyway, sorry. This was 3 hours.
For sticking with us.
Hope you enjoyed it. I think that was probably our favorite run.
I love that.
Because even though we love the majority of the next few, there's one that we're not super excited about. Anyway, so.
Yeah, this was an excellent run of albums. Really, really, truly amazing. Just start making your predictions for the next ones if you want to play along with us with this game.
Yeah.
See what you think the next ones will be. I bet you won't guess correctly. And
next time is Lover Folklore.
For so long,
Evermore. Yeah, if you're still here.
We're finally into Taylor's actual version of music that she owns, which is great.
Yes.
And they're not going to be as long as an episode because there's no vault tracks on this. So.
Correct.
But we'll catch you on that one. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah. And see you next time.
On the other side.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Sort of Brilliant. If our sorting choices inspired any rage or excitement, we'd love to hear from you. We're open to feedback, suggestions for characters to sort, and solid counter-arguments with citations.
Never forget your citations. You can find us hanging out on Twitter and Instagram at SOB_pod or shoot us an email at sortofbrilliant@gmail.com.
And since we're not above begging, please rate and subscribe to Sort of Brilliant on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever else you listen to podcasts. Please share our posts on social media. And if you're a Gryffindor, maybe you'll inspire sorting fights among your own friend group.
The theme music is Hot Shot by Scott Holmes. Can't wait to sort with you again next time. Bye!